CBSSports.com, where fans live the game, and the CBS Sports Network. This is CBS Sports.
It is a spectacular Saturday on the banks of the Tennessee River. Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. As we prepare for the SEC on CBS. Yes, pep rallies. Still very much of the pregame scene here, as is the pride of the Southland Band as the Volunteers prepare to greet the best team in the country. LSU and Tennessee. They don't meet often, but when they do, almost anything can happen, and usually does.
And it will be Tennessee victorious.
Lawson hands it tailback. Riggs for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Instant victory in overtime. There's a snap. Russell looks. He throws. Touchdown! With 9 seconds left in the game. Down to 3. Oh! Jefferson wasn't ready for it. Ball game. It is over.
Jefferson will go under center in a wild end here in Baton Rouge.
Touchdown! LSU! A miracle in Baton Rouge!
Well over 100,000 fans in the process of gathering inside Neyland Stadium. This venerable old stadium will be filled to capacity this afternoon as we welcome you to the Home Depot SEC on CBS. The top-ranked LSU Tigers undefeated against the Tennessee Volunteers, who come into this encounter 3-2. One of the traditions in Knoxville, the pride of the Southland Band opening the tee and the entrance of the Tennessee Volunteers. But first, I think I caught a peek of the LSU Tigers. Now a moment to go. Here they come. And you thought the surprises were only going to come in the game. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson. Welcome as LSU comes to town for the first time since 2006. Third week in a row they've been ranked number 1. They take on a Tennessee team decimated by injuries. First of all, they lost potentially an All-American wide receiver. Justin Hunter went out in the game against Florida on the first offensive series, out for the season. And just last week, they lost their quarterback, Tyler Bray, in the midst of a wonderful season, out for at least 6 weeks with a broken thumb. That, Gary, means Matt Sims is back in the quarterback spot.
Yeah, Vern, LSU is going to face a backup quarterback for the second consecutive week, but I don't think it's going to look like the Florida game. Matt Sims has experience. He's got a little bit to prove. He still believes he's a top-flight quarterback, and he's played against this LSU team and almost engineered a comeback. On top of that, he gets to play here at home. I think we'll see a different style, a little bit more run. I think Matt's going to play well. I wonder if the other 21 guys will play as well as him.
This is an LSU team now that has won its first 6 games of the year by double-digit margins. First time LSU's ever accomplished that. In any sense, is this a trap game for them?
Vern, I don't know. They're so deep. They have no apparent weakness. But if you're going to win a national championship, there's always that one game. I mean, it's not easy to do this. LSU's going to go on the road now, and couple bobbles, turnovers like last year, and you can take a game that you should win and turn it into a nail-biter.
LSU won the toss, and they have deferred, so Tennessee will get the ball. Hard to describe how beautiful this afternoon is, but the pictures help emphasize the point. 69 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 12, and the forecast for continued sunny skies. As we mentioned, first time that the Tigers have made the trip here to Knoxville. They are not annual opponents. Tennessee out of the east, LSU out of the west, of course. And this LSU team has played so well on the road this year.
Yeah.
They won against Oregon in a neutral site. They won at Mississippi State. They won at West Virginia. And each of those teams was ranked at the time of the games.
They seem to be able to morph their team into whatever they have to do, whether it's a passing game or a running game. The athletes of this LSU football team seem to be able to show their skills in whatever game. I think Tennessee's going to try to attack them a little more slow down than what they've been used to.
We're set to go. LSU, as we said, won the toss, deferred the kick. James Hairston is kicking off for the fourth consecutive game. And he planted one deep last week in the win over Florida. This one returnable, taken at the 2 by Devin Young. Forced out of bounds, but a great return gives Matt Sims and the Volunteers terrific field position to open the game. And on at quarterback, the fifth-year senior Matt Sims. He was 4-4 as a starter a year ago, replaced by Tyler Bray after the loss at South Carolina. But it has been stressed throughout the year by his teammates what a leader he has been, even in a backup role. First down 10. Backs in the eye. Torin Poole, who's playing with just a twinged hamstring. And he gets the handoff on first down. Plunges over right guard. Very positive play for Tennessee. And now the lineup presented by Chick-fil-A. Offensively for the Volunteers up front, Thomas, Bullard, Stone, Fulton, and Jawan James. They are joined by Zach Rogers and Derrick Rogers at the wideouts. Poole in the background. Michael Rivera, the tight end. Derek Dooley telling us he's having a really good season. That's Rivera, who sets up with a block on the left. Here's the handoff. And Devin Young, hampered for the early part of the season with a collarbone injury. Here's LSU's defense, one of the best in the country. Adams, Brockers, Josh Downs gets the start. Francois Minter, Ryan Baker, the linebackers. And in the secondary, Claiborne, Taylor, Eric Reed, and the Honey Badger himself, Tyrann Mathieu. 3 wides to the right side on third down and 4. Sims through the hands of the intended receiver. That was Derrick Rogers, and so 3 and out forced by LSU.
Well, Tennessee got what they wanted, a third and medium to attack. The ball was a little high. If that ball would have been placed a little lower, Rogers would have made an easier catch and it would have been a first down. They got the matchup they wanted. Ball just delivered a little high in that short of a throw.
Matt Darr is on to punt. Tyrann Mathieu is back at the 15-yard line. Darr, only his 12th punt of the season. Fair catch called by Mathieu. Steps into it and grabs it at the 16 or perhaps the 17-yard line. 40-yard punt. Nothing on the return. And Jarrett Lee will lead the Tigers of LSU onto the field. Well, we've got stories of redemption here on both sides. Matt Sims getting a second chance. And Jarrett Lee back up to Jordan Jefferson the last 2 years. 11-4 as the starting quarterback on for the first part of the season because Jefferson was serving a 4-game suspension, which has now been completed. In the eye, Jarrett Lee backs in the eye. Stampley, Spencer Ware, huge hole. And you don't get him down with the first tackle. And so what a positive opening for the Tigers of LSU.
All week, the Tennessee defense has been hearing, if we can't stop the run game between the tackles, we have no chance to win. So what happens on the first play? LSU says, how tough are you? They run right at them and blow it open. And when Prentice Wagner's making tackles 15 yards downfield, that won't be a good storyline for Tennessee.
Here's Ware this time. Up. He did not get tackled by the first man, but he also didn't gain much yardage. Austin Johnson, number 40. First one there. Let's introduce you to the remainder of the LSU offense presented by Chick-fil-A. Falk, Blackwell, T-Bob Hebert moves to center. P.J. Lonergan did not make the trip. Randall, Stampley, Ware, Peterson, the tight end, and Beckham, a wide receiver. Les Miles, 7th year as the head coach.
Second time Tennessee has gone to the bear look. 5 men up front trying to stop this running game.
Lee back, flips it out left side. And that's D'Angelo Peterson, the tight end. It'll be 3rd and long. Defensively now for Tennessee. Smith, Jackson, probably the best of the front four. Hood and Martin, the linebackers, 2 freshmen. And A.J. Johnson expected his coach's hope to have a big game today. In the secondary, Lanier, Brewer, Wagner, and Marsalis Teague. Kadron Boone is in. Jarvis Landry's in. James Wright is in. We've got Jarrett Lee with one man alongside him. That's Spencer Ware. Lee with all kinds of time. Fires it off his back foot. It's incomplete at the 40-yard line. Flag down.
Justin Wilcox, defensive coordinator from Tennessee, went with a 3-man rush, played a deep zone, and they covered every receiver well.
Matt Moore is our referee today.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 83 of the offense. A penalty is declined. 4th down.
Well, remember the first series last year, Jordan Jefferson ran an 83-yard quarterback draw for a touchdown. A 3-and-out, much better for this Tennessee defense.
That brings on Brad Wing, and he will punt this. Nice and high. Beautiful kick by the Australian punter. And it is taken on a fair catch at the 18-yard line by Devrin Young. 48-yard punt for Wing. And the ball goes over after the punt. So Matt Sims and the Volunteers have the football for the second time here early in the game.
Verizon 4G LTE, America's fastest and most reliable 4G network in over 140 cities. Verizon, built so you can rule the air.
My electric bill was breaking the bank. So to save some money, I trained this team of guinea pigs to row this tiny boat. They generate electricity, which lets me surf the web all day. Took me 6 months to train each one. 8 months to get the little chubby one to yell row. It's kind of strange. Such a simple word. Row.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
What kind of car do I want?
Now at autotrader.com, compare new and used cars and even special offers.
Gotta be new.
So when you find the right car, you'll know it in your heart. Autotrader.com.
Sweet.
The ultimate automotive marketplace.
Endless Shrimp is our most popular promotion, Red Lobster. There's so many choices. The guests love it.
It's Endless Shrimp today at Red Lobster. As much as you like, any way you like. Like new sweet and spicy shrimp, all for $15.99.
My name is Angela Trapp, and I see food differently.
LG, as a proud NCAA corporate partner, presents great SEC rivalry.
Tennessee, we're cooking now. It's all about tailgating, glad living, drinks, drinking, friends, making
will be Tennessee victorious.
Side picked off. Jonathan Senon. Touchdown.
Go Tigers! Upset Central today, baby. Maybe in Missouri, but not in Knoxville.
Well, it's all part of the fun. This is the first time LSU has been back here since 2006. They won that game and have won the last 3. By the way, that black and white footage is from the 1959 game here. LSU came in as number 1. That was Billy Cannon trying to score in a 2-point play, and Charles Severance made the stop. And a memorable moment.
Yeah.
That was a week after Cannon's All-American run, 89 yards against Ole Miss with a punt return. First down and 10. Sims, right side. Overthrew it again.
Yeah, he got hit just as he let it go, too. You know, Vern, just to give a little bit of perspective of how much Tennessee has lost, I was asked to name my 5 most impactful players in the SEC. Alshon Jeffrey, Marcus Lattimore. I have Trent Richardson and 2 Tennessee players, Hunter and Bray. So 40% of the 5 best players, in my opinion, are lost, and they both play for Tennessee.
Motion and a flag. And I remember you saying when we saw Justin Hunter go down, now they're trying to fly with 1 wing.
Yes, and you know what's happened now? Because Bray was so good, and as we look at Justin Hunter right there on the crutches.
On the defense. Number 77, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Because they were so good at that, what they've done is they become a little pass happy. Florida and Georgia, 2 games. Now, they have negative yards rushing, but if you take away the sacks, they still, from the tailback position, rushed for 27 and 23 yards. It's going to be a different style because no Bray and no Hunter in this football game.
First down and 5 now. Second down. Little shovel pass underneath. It's complete. That's the first down. That's Deveron Young. First down, Tennessee, all the way out to the 45-yard line. Morris Claiborne with the tackle. Derek Dooley telling us yesterday, you're going to see 4 running backs, and one of them will be the freshman, Deveron Young.
Yeah, they fake to him, and then he sidesteps the blitz and just continues out. They said they wanted to get Young 10 touches in this football game. Offensive touches, he's already had 2 in this game.
And a first down 10 after the 21-yard shovel pass.
See the different style, though. It's not a Bray style. It's more what Matt does. A little more complicated in the running game, calling out the fronts and attacking.
This is Torrin Poole back in, the starter, who in this game a year ago had 109 yards. There's a little tussle after the ball is whistled dead. Well, they have not run. They're only averaging 84 yards, as you can see, 85 actually, 2.5 yards. And in their 2 SEC games so far, minus 27 rushing. Now,
yeah, but that's that crazy stat with sacks in there. But when you look at it, when they tried to run it, they still only ran it for less than 30 yards.
Second down. And the crazy stat Gary's referring to is the fact that in college ball, we're going to begin a campaign to change this.
Well,
in college ball,
there's about 1,000 other guys ahead of us.
They insist on taking sack yardage off the rushing totals.
Flag again here, wasn't it?
I think so. 3rd and 4.
Maybe something just dropped out of their pocket, but it looks like Tennessee is backing up.
Yeah, here's.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 28 of the offense, 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's Torrin Poole, who was the ball carrier.
I think he tossed the ball at the player after the play. Gets up. Oh, and he throws it at Matthew. Now, Matthew jaws a lot during the game, which is fine. He also does a lot of talking in between the games.
Yes, he does. On 3rd down. Here's the handoff on the draw play. This is Martin Lane. Oh, he is very close for the first down.
Yeah, and see that penalty now. Now Derek Dooley's got a decision. Does he go for it? It's going to be short on 4th down. But, you run that draw on 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 8. It picks it up, but 3rd and very long, you got to make a decision here.
We might have another flag here. No, we don't. No, we don't. It's 4th down.
Wow, look at this shotgun.
They will go for it. Whoops.
Now they'll punt.
Yes, they certainly will. Dallas Thomas, number 71, is the fellow who moved the left tackle.
Well, wasn't that interesting? 4th and less than a yard.
Number 78 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Just wonder what they were going to do here. 4th and less than a yard, and they were going to go shotgun. Were they going to try to run the ball or throw the ball? Happens right up here at the top. Does appear that it was a pass play called.
And that's going to bring on Matt Darr, number 5, the punter. And Tyrann Mathieu back inside the 15-yard line again. High, short, very short. Oh, on
smart.
Mathieu runs under it, grabs it, and is out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
He's absolutely fearless of a football player. He wants the ball as a defender.
5'9", 175 pounds, maybe. And he's on his way to an All-American status.
John Hancock Mutual Funds. Visit jhfunds.com.
Welcome, Kristen.
Easy.
Come on in.
Casey, what about the new Edge drew you to it?
The look of it. I love the sleek design. I like the rounded edges.
What does the technology in your Edge make you think of Ford?
It just makes me think that Ford is in it to win it. Ford is trying to get to the next level. You really have to make yourself stand out, and I think Ford has done that.
Looking over there, how's your car look?
Is this my car? Okay.
Leadership, excellence, performance. It's what Heisman and Aflac's all about. Aflac, an official partner of the Heisman Trophy.
There you go, big guy.
And? Wow. And? Rad!
You got the job.
And?
Stock options.
Thank you.
They knocked off the Eagles. Now the Bills face the Giants, or the Texans take on the Ravens. Collisions across the country. The NFL on CBS Sunday.
Overhead view of the LSU bench. Les Miles doing a little coaching down there. Let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks, Vern. As big of a physical challenge this will be for Tennessee, it's a huge mental challenge as well. Derek Dooley telling us he spent the whole week on the motivational part. He said it wasn't until Thursday's practice that they actually came back to life. He told them, guys, you have an excuse for failing, but if you're going to think like that, don't show up. Vern?
All right, thank you, Trace. And Gary, he mentioned to us he had to talk with his coaching staff as well.
Yeah, that's when that head coaching job becomes so important, because you lose key players like that. You really start to wonder, is everything going against us? I think LSU is going to open this game up a little bit now and try to move Tennessee back with the passing game.
Now, Jarrett Lee hit Ruben Randall deep on the second play last week. Here's the toss. And
they're
ready
loaded
for
the
him.
box.
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah, I think as much as LSU wants to show they can run the ball, right now Tennessee is daring them to throw the football. There you go, 8 guys right in that picture right there within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Brent Brewer, the safety's right there.
Fake toss, Lee going deep right side. Just incomplete, fine coverage deep. Whoa. Flag down.
Was a little bit of a stutter pass that time. Comes down, stutters a bit, tries to draw the defense, and then goes by him. Guy grabbed him. You could see it right there. Grabbed him. Odell Beckham, he grabbed him, and when you got there, that's what happened.
Marsalis Teague, number 10, is...
Seemed like the official that time couldn't get the flag out of his pocket, or it would have came out early. The crowd...
Number 23 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Really?
Automatic first down.
The crowd reacted to the late flag, but he was stuck in his pocket.
Sometimes you wish that happened more often.
Yeah, right. Teague grabbed him.
Well, they called it on Prentice Wagner, but I believe it was Marsalis Teague.
Yep.
Now Michael Ford is in the lineup. He was almost kept out of action last week. He only had one carry. That because of a fumble against Kentucky, but here we go. Ouch. Wow, that was Wagner.
Yeah, you're going to get wide receiver holding on the play, I believe.
Flag is at the 37-yard line of Tennessee.
I think number 82, James Wright, was the guy that was holding on the play.
Let's see if this one's called back.
From the point of the foul.
Holding. Number 82 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
That is indeed James Wright. And at the end of the play, Prentice Wagner delivering his blow to Michael Ford. So the ball is spotted now at the 47-yard line, and it will be first down and 7 after the ball marked off. Russell Shepard goes wide to the right. Ford remains in the backfield behind Jarrett Lee. Play action, man in his face, goes deep for Randall, and it's incomplete. Instead, it was D'Angelo Peterson who went up. And the ball incomplete, second down.
Reuben Randall kind of got off the line of scrimmage late that time, and that's why both receivers were together. Randall was supposed to go long and open that space up for the tight end on the kind of corner route, but Randall got off slow, and that's what happened. Watch Randall right here. He's supposed to go fast and clear it. He gets downfield and kind of stutters, and D'Angelo kind of beats him down the field. It's embarrassing, the tight end beating you down the field.
Yeah, that'll be interesting in film studies on Monday. Or tomorrow, for that matter. Second down.
Yep, safety. Here he is again. Brent Brewer again.
Yep. Young man who played minor league baseball for a few years. Brent Brewer.
Yep, it's an 8-man front again. Lined up in right there, I believe. Going to come right off the corner unblocked.
Loss of 3.
He's really unaccounted for, and that's why I still think LSU is going to have to prove that they want and continue to throw the football a bit in this game.
Shepard and Beckham both go wide to the right. Shepard is the man off the line of scrimmage. Third down, 10. A lot of time. Bad pass.
Boy, he got eaten up on that play. Woo. That was good coverage outside by Isaiah Lanier, number 18. Just ate him up on the play. Randall was nowhere near being open. Watch right down here. Watch this matchup. He wants to go one-on-one to the outside. Lanier never takes a step back. You're going to have to run by Lanier on that one. He squatted on your receiver, and if I'm in the booth, I'm telling my guys, we got to run by him. They're squatting on me.
That's Isaiah Lanier, first year at Tennessee out of East Mississippi Community College. Brad Wing, a little rugby punt, and gets a nice
Pretty,
bounce.
isn't it?
Whoa, yes.
End over end.
Brad Wing, who gained a measure of notoriety last week when he was called for taunting while he was en route to a 55-yard touchdown. It was negated by the new rule, and they had to settle for 3. Derek Dooley likes what he's seen so far. It's zip in the first.
AT&T and Verizon charge you extra for going over 2 gigabytes of data. T-Mobile slows down your data speed. With Sprint, you don't get charged extra and you don't slow down. And you get unlimited data, text, and calling to any mobile for only $79.99. The big plan wins. Make the most of unlimited data with a brilliant screen on a pencil-thin phone. Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch.
For Sam, you may be small, but we know that won't last long. Someday you'll have big plans and big dreams. And we want you to know you'll always be taken care of. Love, Mom and Dad.
With over 165 years of experience, New York Life can help ensure your loved ones can make their dreams a reality. It's the most selfless gift you can give.
Down by 7. Final play for Detroit.
Only thing that would make this any better is overtime.
They'll need a miracle to win this football game. Harris slot right, drops back. Hines takes the pass at the 30. With the seam! Wow! Can you believe it? One man defeat! We're headed to overtime!
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings Beer Sports.
Field goal for the win!
A drug cartel and a terrorist cell. It's a deadly combination.
An alliance could be disastrous.
A new NCIS Los Angeles, CBS Tuesday.
Regional coverage of the NFL on CBS tomorrow. Lead game early. Buffalo at the New York Giants. Phil Simms and Jim Nantz will be at that one. Late game lead. Houston at Baltimore. It all begins with the NFL today. James Brown and the Quartet. 12 noon Eastern time, presented by Southwest Airlines.
Well, I bet Big Phil has his eye on this game this afternoon.
You think?
Yeah. You know, great opportunity for Matt to kind of get a chance to play again. You know, he always thought that, yeah, Tyler Bray's good, but so am I. I want a chance too.
Started his career, did Sims. Here he goes right side. This one is complete. Out to Ben Bartholomew. The full.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, yes. And he's out to the 17-yard line. Let's go back to the studio for a John Hancock update. Here's Tim Brando.
A hard-fought win, gentlemen, for South Carolina in Starkville. Alshon Jeffrey's going to catch this 4-yard touchdown from Connor Shaw with 3:50 left in the game. But the bad news for Steve Spurrier, sprained left knee to Marcus Lattimore. He'll be out for a while. Back to you.
All right, Tim, thank you. Wow.
That's 3 out of 5 of that front page for me. Best offensive players in the league.
Indeed. And off up the middle it goes. That's Torrin Poole, number 28. Did not quite get the first down. Eric Reed, number 1, with the tackle.
Let's make clear, though, for South Carolina, they do have an open date next week, which gives Lattimore an extra week to try to get ready. Then it's right here, at Tennessee, at Arkansas. So if they're going to get in the SEC championship game, they're going to have to win on the road a couple big ones.
A hard game today and a hard week for Steve Spurrier in South Carolina. Stephen Garcia, I'm sure most of you know, was kicked off the team, dismissed after allegedly failing a test a week ago for alcohol on the set. Incomplete. 4th down.
That was nice coverage that time. In the secondary, by Morris Claiborne. Again, the snap. You just wonder, you know, on these short passes, you have to have clean snaps. Ball was low and to the left. I think that's why Matt Sims, he had enough time, it looks like. Delivers the ball, but it was very good coverage on the play. Could have been caught, though.
And that was James Stone with the bad snap. We saw them against Florida earlier in the year, and they had real problems. Here's Matthew to the midfield spot where he is tackled. 41-yard punt, 10 on the return. Scoreless at Neyland. LSU has the football.
Going to build a fuel-efficient car, the first thing you got to do is make a car that's worth building. One with character and conviction. that has all the luxury you'd expect. And pride that you can notice from down the street. Then, and only then, do you put in an 8-speed transmission that gets 31 miles per gallon. That combination of luxury and efficiency only comes from one place in the world.
What's going on?
We're giving Matt the NFL experience of a high-pressure field goal.
Look out! It's terrible, man! There's an easier way to get an ultimate NFL fan experience. Just snap the tag wherever Bud Light is sold and you could win. Bud Light in the NFL. Here we go.
Hey, it gets easier. Really? No.
CBS Sunday. Will the snowboarders dominate? Or will the former NFL star get the glory?
It's going down, baby!
A new Amazing Race, CBS Sunday.
Jarrett Lee has gone every snap as the starting quarterback so far, but we will see Jordan Jefferson in time, Gary.
Yeah, and maybe sooner than we think. See, this is the tricky part of managing this two-quarterback system. Even if he wanted to go to to Jordan Jefferson right now, Jarrett Lee has not gone off to a great start like he did last week when he hit Florida with the big pass, and then you feel real comfortable bringing your second guy in because the first guy had success. What do you do if your first guy's struggling? And then you bring the second guy in and he's successful. That's when it starts to be talk show fodder.
Jarrett Lee is 1 of 4. Quick pass out to the right side to Beckham. The freshman. That's a nice way to
not surprised. They need to try to get him off the mark a bit throwing the football.
Odell Beckham, number 33, with the catch, a true freshman from New Orleans. Isidore Newman High School. Jarvis Landry comes in tight to the right. Where? To the 39-yard line. Jacquez Smith, number 55, with the tackle.
Spencer dodged around that one and got the first round. But there's the stats right there. Remember, Jordan came into the season being the starter as he finished off last year, 2010, very effectively, and by all accounts had a great offseason. But when you snooze, somebody goes in there and takes the job. And right now, Jarrett Lee has taken the job.
And the now familiar story of Jordan Jefferson, suspended for 4 games. Involvement in a bar parking lot fight last summer. Initially charged with a felony, that charge reduced to a misdemeanor, and when that decision was made, he was reinstated. So he's back for his 3rd game.
P.J. Donner in the center is not playing in this game, as Vern told you in the opening lineups. T-Bob Hebert right here kind of gets knocked off the ball into the backfield right there. If you want to run the ball, your center has to control that middle of that line. They are putting a guy on his nose, Hebert's nose, every play.
Alfred Blue is in the backfield now as the tailback. He's got either Copeland or Stampley. We'll see who the fullback is.
Oh, God. Jarrett Lee forgot the snap count. I've done that before.
Have you really?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you're thinking a lot of things.
Ball start.
Yes.
A little embarrassing, I have to say that.
Second down.
All right, take a look.
Jarrett Lee thought it was on 2. Oh, it's on 3.
All right, next question. I love to play the interrogator.
Right.
You ever break the huddle, come up and put your hands under a guard?
Oh, yeah, on that one, too. That you can tell right away. It doesn't feel the same. Get used to those,
Second down and 14.
You asked for it.
I know.
There's a nice throw, isn't it?
Yes, it was. And the play's still alive to the 30-yard line. Ruben Randall again.
See, the timing routes, that's what Jarrett Lee does so well. And why he's taken this team. They don't turn the ball over. They throw on timing. They get the ball to their playmakers, whether it's their running backs, their tight end, their wide receivers. A lot of people have been asking me as we get the 3rd and short here, what's LSU's weakness? I kind of stutter around. It's hard to find a real glaring weakness on this team.
Spencer Ware. Oh, he is stuffed. Maybe still fighting, and I don't know.
No way. Maybe backup center.
Yeah, that's right.
So they tried to run the ball right up the middle that time and got it stuffed.
Jaquez Smith was the first man there.
Yeah, absolutely. The center. I don't know if it was Malik Jackson that stood up Hebert on that play, but no movement up front. They'll go field goal.
And they will be forced to try the field goal as Jaquez Smith. He was on top of the pile, number 55. Jaquez Smith out of the Chattanooga suburb of Ottawa, Tennessee.
And keep your eyes open. Les likes to do about anything in these situations.
Yep. Drew Alemont on for the field goal attempt. Brad Wing will hold.
Blocked.
Indeed. How about that?
I think they're going to go over again. I think it was a delay of game. No play. Was it Kurt Magid that made the block?
Yes, it was.
Boy, I'll tell you, if this was a delay of game, Derek Dooley's just going to about go through the roof. Every time he thinks something good happens, it doesn't. Was this blown dead?
Prior to the snap, delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Remember, they thought they had the game won last year until a penalty gave LSU another shot at it.
Kurt Magid did get the block. There's Jarrett Lee. Oh, dear. He said to us yesterday,
"You kidding me?
When will the black curse and the cloud move out of Knoxville?" Play clock is on the right. 5, 4, 2, 1.
Yeah,
boom.
very clear.
Yep.
Very clear. You know, it's one thing, but you know what? LSU had no idea either. They were all staring around. They had no idea they were running late either.
Interesting. Less than a minute to go, first quarter.
More and more folks are trying out Snapshot from Progressive. A totally different way to save on car insurance. The better you drive, the more you can save. No wonder Snapshot's catching on. Plug into the savings you deserve with Snapshot from Progressive.
SEC fans, AT&T is giving you the chance to place your team at the top of Buzz Rankings. The more buzz you create for your school on social media, the higher your team climbs in the rankings. To check in and support your favorite school and get up to the minute scores and news, visit the live game tracker at cbssports.com. You can also access AT&T Buzz Rankings at buzzrankings.com. AT&T is the exclusive wireless partner of the Southeastern Conference.
We are back in Neyland Stadium, Tennessee, LSU. A block by Kurt Magid negated because a delay of game call made right before the snap.
Yeah, Magid kind of skipped right over the LSU lineman who kind of went down on the play. But now you got 3 options, maybe 4 if you're LSU. Do you 53-yard field goal? Do you go for it, 4th and 6? Do you punt or do you fake punt?
Well, Alemont is long. Yeah, you could fake punt here. We've seen that, have we not?
I got to say, I would think about going for it here. It's about where the opening kickoff was run out.
They will pass on the field goal attempt. Alemont's longest of the year is 44. This would have been a 52 or 3
They're going to get a delay of game again.
Delay game. On the offense.
Yeah, that.
All right. 5-yard penalty from the previous drive.
That limits it now to
Fourth
2
down.
options. It's not a 53-yard field
Okay.
goal. They probably won't go for it. Either going to punt or fake it. That is really a meaningless penalty now. If you're going to punt the ball, it doesn't make any difference.
Did you see the note about Georgia last week? They had a 4th and 56.
3rd and 56, I think, too, before that.
Here's Wings punt.
Perfect. Oh, nice try.
Yes, it was. Who else?
Matthew.
Honey Badger.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, this Tennessee football team has got exactly what they wanted. They're going to enter the second quarter of the game 0-0. It's been a little different. Penalties, blocked field goal that didn't count. They don't have much offense, but they're in the football game. Neither team has much offense, do they?
Not so far.
53 to 59 yards.
Torn Poole is the tailback. Here's Sims. Play action deep right side.
Oh.
Did he catch it in or out? Out of bounds.
They ran stutters on both sides. Zach Rogers on one side and then to the bottom of the formation.
Rajon Neal caught the ball, but he caught it out of bounds.
Let's see. Tipped. Tipped again. Ooh, his right foot might have been in. They're going to have to review this one. Tipped. When does he catch it? Right now. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
That's going to be a completion.
Ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. Previous play is under further review.
Yeah, and you know why all the crowd is cheering? Because of the Jumbotron out here. They've already showed the replay, and they think we've got 107,000 replay officials here, and they think this is a good catch. It's a fantastic catch. There's no doubt about that, but he's got it. He's in bounds.
That's Mike Washington, the field judge, who is looking down. Did he call it out of bounds? Yes, he did. Mike Washington, the field judge.
Again, and that's the toughest play for the field judge. He's got to watch the ball, whether he catches it. Look, he's not on the line, and as he catches it, he has to look at the ball and the foot at the same time. This is where I believe there's a weakness in the replay rules in college football. Because the official can't go to the replay booth and say, you know what, my guy did not see the foot and the ball at the same time. The replay official's on his own to make the call, and he has to overturn the call. I think it's clear in this case, but sometimes it has to be perfectly clear.
Mike McGinnis is the replay official for this Tennessee LSU game, so it's now in his hands.
You know, on the top of the field, on the other side, Zach Rogers did it the same pattern and was open also. When we talked to the offensive coordinator, Jim Chaney, he told us he felt he could attack the corners from LSU deep because they never have to cover much because the pass rush is so good.
Well, I think you made a really good point about the field judge and the difficulty he faced gauging whether the catch was made and then getting his eyes down to see if the foot was in bounds.
I think Matthew gets a finger on it and then juggled so nicely. Great concentration, and as he puts both hands on it, I believe there's grass. You know, and that's got to be, if this one is overturned, that is going to be great confidence for the Tennessee defense, because what did Dooley tell us? We need the offense to give some hope to our defense. That would be great for Sims and for the Tennessee defense.
Matt Moore getting ready to let us know the decision reached by Mike McGinnis.
After review, the video evidence shows a catch.
They got it right.
I believe they did. And there is no doubt in my mind that offensive coordinator Jim Chaney was going to take a few shots downfield. He really didn't believe he could drive the ball on the LSU defense 6-7 first downs in a row. He knew he needed some big plays, and he knew he'd have to manufacture them one way or another.
That's a 38-yard completion. Matt Sims to Rajon Neal and a first down at the 42. Play action again. Sims looks left side. Man-for-man coverage. This one is picked off. Intercepted at the 5-yard line. Morris Claiborne, number 17. Oh, boy, watch out now. Yep. Claiborne, one man to beat. No, it's another from behind. He's caught and dropped by Zach Rogers. But nearly an end-to-end return with the pick.
You know, that matchup was Morris Claiborne against Rick Rogers, the most physical receiver for Tennessee. Sims is just going to put it up and say, my guy could beat your guy. It's bump and run. When he throws it, he's got a one-on-one to the top of the screen. Claiborne wins the one-on-one. When the ball goes up in the air, Claiborne goes and gets it at the top. You got to figure your receiver's going to help you out there. You got 40 yards of air time. If you can't catch it, you can't let the other guy catch it.
In a big win at West Virginia, Claiborne returned to kickoff 99 yards. That interception return was for 89. No touchdown because of the hustle shown by Zach Rogers.
And another blow for all those people who believe in momentum.
You got to preach to the congregation.
Well, nobody believes me.
When you get an opportunity.
Right. When I retire, I'll still be doing it.
It's always good to have you in the pulpit. That's the end of the first quarter. No scores so far. We'll return to Neyland Stadium after this message and a word from your local station.
At USAA, we believe honor is not exclusive to the military, and commitment is not limited to one's military oath. The same set of values that drive our nation's military are the ones we used to build USAA Bank. From free checking to credit cards to loans, our commitment to the military, veterans, and their families is without equal. Visit us online to learn what makes our bank so different. USAA, we know what it means to serve.
Don't miss TV's #1 new drama, Unforgettable, Tuesday, only CBS.
Nowadays, people seem to want it all. Responsive power with great gas mileage. Technology to help with phone and music. Quality that can't be beat. In a word, value. We couldn't agree more. Now, trade in for a sporty new 2011 Edge and get $3,500 total cash back. Or lease a new fuel-efficient 2012 Focus for just $189 a month for 27 months. Drive one at your Southern Ford dealer.
Every great tailgate begins at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome to Tailgate U. Let me show you how to get it done. This grill is mobile enough for home and away games. Roll it, lift it, and celebrate the win.
For a guy that didn't spend much time on the bench, you sure know how to pick a comfortable chair, Emmett.
It's all about comfort and style. Rain or shine.
Get tailgating apparel and gear for an everyday low price.
Honda is Kelley Blue Book's best value brand. And there are some amazing deals on them at your local dealer today. Will they be there tomorrow? Maybe. What day is it where you are? I'm a recording here. It might be weeks ago. And your today might just happen to be the day before the deal stopped. Wouldn't that just be your luck? So you could wait, yeah, but I wouldn't chance it. Come see the wide selection and great offers at your Honda dealer today.
Don't let the high heels and good looks fool you. Terra Bars is all business.
You want me to get down there and look? Because I will. That's a roach right there. Oh, yeah, here's another one right here.
Terra Bars, a dirty restaurant's worst enemy.
And we can't see inside your kitchen. Why is that? Is it because it's not clean?
She's hitting the streets to make sure the places you eat are keeping it clean. The Action News Restaurant Report with Terra Bars. Thursday on CBS 47, Action News at 11. Jaguars All Access, Monday at 7 on CBS 47.
Welcome back to Neyland Stadium, Knoxville, Tennessee. We began the second quarter. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson. LSU with a second down and goal at the 5 following an 89-yard interception return by Morris Claiborne. This is the heavy formation. That's Copeland, number 44, weighs 280 at fullback. Spencer Ware, the deep back in the eye, and Jarrett Lee is the quarterback. Steps up, Randall. Ruben Randall has it, and that's a touchdown, LSU.
Boy, was that great timing on that throw. This is a read route for all you people. If it's bump and run, Randall will run the fade. When he's off, he'll run the slant. He's got two options on the play. Both the quarterback and the receiver read it the same way, and the ball's out of Jarrett Lee's hands before anybody even moves.
Extra point now coming from Drew Allemont. Brad Wing is the holder. And it took a while, but we've got points on the board.
And I think Les also got exactly what he wanted in Jarrett Lee to get off the mark, get a touchdown pass, and now if he puts the other guy in, he's got a quarterback that feels good about himself. But it was Morris Claiborne that did it. That's turned the field upside down, and from there, they stuck it in.
If we took all the sex and violence out of the new Harold and Kumar, it would look like this.
Harold? Kumar?
Don't worry, we didn't. What the? A very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. Rated R. November 4th.
Here you go, big guy.
And? Wow. And? Rad!
You got the job.
And?
Stock options.
Thank you.
Pardon me, I just wanted to show you the all-new LG Thrill 4G, a super-powered Android smartphone. Its advanced 3D technology allows for glasses-free 3D viewing, so I can 3D throw these away. And the LG Thrill records vivid 3D video to share with your 3D friends. Wave to the camera.
The new LG Thrill 4G, the power to make your world come alive. Only on AT&T.
Leadership, excellence, performance. It's what Heisman and Aflac's all about. Aflac, an official partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Monday, Dave welcomes Michael J. Fox.
Show business, we're all here because we're not all there.
Plus, a special top 10 from the cast of 2.5 Men, Monday.
LSU up 7-0, and it's time to take a look at our Home Depot tools for success.
Yeah, sometimes Vern, on an interception, it's obvious, but this time there's a little play behind the play. It's talent and technique. Watch Claiborne here with Rodgers. First of all, he gets his hand on the receiver, then he tracks and sticks his behind to the receiver. That throws Rodgers off stride and makes the play. That's exactly the way you tell your defensive backs. Don't touch him again with your hand downfield, cut him off, and turn into him. That took the momentum away, the real momentum, if there is any, away from Rodgers and made the play happen. It's play behind the play. You have to have great talent like Claiborne does, but you have to have proper technique, and he showed it.
And now time for the kickoff. This is Hairston. Whoops. Yes. Now let's try it again. Now we go. 13 seconds, 2 plays after the interception by Morris Claiborne. Now, there's Smokey. He's playing hurt today. He's barking hurt. He's got a torn ACL surgery coming up.
That's
got a dog helper.
Four out of the top 6 offensive players.
Boy, at the 10-yard line. That was Devin Young who elected to bring it out. Let's go to Tim Brando for this Heisman Watch presented by Nissan.
All right, no question, the impact newcomer in college football is Russell Wilson. Here he makes a little history from Monty Ball, a little trickeration. He also threw for 166 yards today as Wisconsin routed Indiana. Andrew Luck should roll against Wazoo tonight, and Landry Jones should have a stat sheet stuffer at Kansas. Back to you.
I thought there might be a couple more on there, but that's all right. 14:51 to go, first half.
All right, now regroup yourself. 7-0 game. Just try to get first downs, but don't abandon the running game.
Devin Young is in now. He tries the sweep, and he is, wow.
And penalty on the flag. Flag on the play, excuse me.
That was Barkevius Mingo, number 49, who cut through it.
Tough to run outside. I don't think Tennessee has the speed at tailback. Young is fast, but I don't know if they can cut off this defense. You almost have to run right at this Mingo and these guys. They can't get the block on the edge. From the inside out, linebacker almost makes the play. It's just too much speed. I think it was Minter, Kevin Minter, number 46 from the back door.
And here's Matt Moore with the call.
Illegal formation. More than 4 men in the backfield on the offense. The penalty is declined. Second down.
Well, you see where LSU's defense ranks nationally, 8th, 5th, and 4th. And they are particularly effective against the rush.
Our defensive coordinators had a lot of experience in this stadium.
It would be John Chavis. There's the catch made by Derrick Rogers. No, it's incomplete.
He dropped it. Ball was low, but you got to make that catch, I think. If we're quite a ways away. I don't know if it's skipped or he just dropped. There's Chavis, second from the left.
John played at Tennessee in the late 70s, began here as a GA, went to Alabama State for a couple of years, as well as Alabama A&M, and then returned in 1989. He became the defensive coordinator under Philip Fulmer in 1995. And a very emotional week, I'm sure, in this his return. And John elected to take the silent route and didn't give any interviews this week. And there's Sims, who's hit as he lets it go, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Michael Brockers this time is the man who got there.
I think Matt Sims will see this in film study. They're going one-on-one with Rogers to the back side. Everybody else is loading the front side of the formation. Watch, everybody turns to their right. The quarterback needs to throw the ball to his right side, one-on-one to the top of the screen. You're going to have to attack it. They're overloading your receivers to the bottom.
Matt Darr is on to punt. Make sure his back foot is inside in the end zone. And Odell Beckham is on to return for the first time. Nice high punt.
And that means they go for the block because Matthew was up there going for the block.
Yeah. And Beckham, so LSU's going to have a terrific field position out of this. Anthony Anderson makes the tackle. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS continues after this word from your local station.
CSI, Wednesday, only CBS.
I'm an attorney. I'm also a lacrosse league coach.
At Harrell & Harrell, we serve our community in many ways. We've helped thousands of accident victims. Let us help you. Call us. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Hi, I'm Casey Ruggieri. Don't recognize me? You wouldn't. I'm not famous. Toyota doesn't need celebrities to sell their cars. They'd rather let the owners do it. I love my Corolla. It's so dependable. I mean, who wouldn't want one? I can't think of anyone either.
What should your next car be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. There's no better time to lease the 2011 Corolla LE for $159 a month plus $500 customer cash.
At Lay James & Associates, we are focused on men's rights.
And we exclusively practice family law.
With our team of attorneys,
we have the experience and knowledge to bring justice
to all your family law disputes.
At Lay James & Associates, we believe in aggressive legal representation.
Fighting for men and focusing on professional and personal support.
If you're faced with a family law issue,
call Lay James & Associates today.
Lay James & Associates, family law focusing on men's rights. Call Lay James & Associates, 541-1252.
May-tober. Any regular footlong is a $5 footlong, starting at 7 a.m. Subway, eat fresh.
Action Sports 360, tonight at 11:20.
14:07 to go first half. LSU terrific field position and the ball. 7-0 they lead. Earlier, Johnny Majors and his teammates from the 56 Tennessee champions were honored by the crowd here. Johnny Majors, a player, All-American, and head coach here, and it sets up the Aflac trivia question. No Tennessee player has ever won the Heisman. Which 4 players have finished as runners-up? It might be Johnny Majors included in that quartet.
Johnny came up to me prior to the game and showed me that jersey. It's a tearaway, those cotton jerseys back in the past. He says, well, each guy used to have 6 of those jerseys for the game.
Wow. And canvas high tops. First down. Jarrett Lee still a quarterback. Alfred Blue is the only man in the backfield, and he gets the handoff and comes right, and he won't get much. Well, Johnny Majors, when he was the coach here, was known as much for his ingenuity as a coach as for his wardrobe. He wore orange pants. And Derek Dooley, when he took the job, said he knew that Majors had worn the orange pants. He was also inspired by a story of Condridge Holloway, the great Tennessee player from 2 decades ago. So Derek Dooley decided to wear the orange pants. They become a rage here in Knoxville. Here's the big difference. Johnny Majors ordered his off the rack, bought him off the rack. Dooley, they had to find a special dye in London, and they dyed him 3 times to get the color right. I formation. Lee, play action. Man open, nice tap dance on the sidelines, and the catch is made by Reuben Randall.
It is real interesting. One of the great things about being in a league and following a league for now 5, this is my 6th year, is you get to watch people come and grow as a player. Jarrett Lee is growing as a player, and also Jordan Jefferson. We're going to see Jordan for the first time in this football game. But you know what Jarrett Lee has become as a quarterback is a steadying influence on the football team. Capable of winning on the road. Very valuable football player now.
3 wides, Beckham bottom of the screen, Shepard the top. Here's Jefferson out of the gun, going left, and this is the facet he gives this LSU offense that is not offered by Jarrett Lee. It's Jordan Jefferson with the run into the arms of Austin Johnson.
Yeah, and this time he just follows J.C. Copeland, number 44. Vern told you, 275, 80-pound fullback, and gets into the secondary, and they've got that isolation lead draw with the quarterback.
Player down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Prentice Wagner, number 23. Remember we said I don't think he should be making a lot of tackles?
Yep.
I think Jefferson ran right through him.
Wagner.
We visited with him yesterday. He is very slightly built. I mean, he's one of those guys, as a safety, you have to keep him way back. Unfortunately, this time he's the only guy there. He comes up, dips his head way down too low. That's a dangerous football play. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah. Prentice Wagner, number 23 for the Volunteers. And as they take care of him, we'll step aside.
Walk, little walk, small talk, big boss, gonna tell
The most headroom per dollar of any car in America from $10,990. The all-new Nissan Versa sedan. Innovation upsized. Innovation for all.
Walk, little walk, small talk, big boss, gonna
The most legroom per dollar of any car in America from $10,990. The all-new Nissan Versa sedan. Innovation upsized. Innovation for all.
Endless Shrimp is our most popular promotion at Red Lobster. There's so many choices. The guests love it.
It's Endless Shrimp today at Red Lobster. As much as you like, any way you like. Like new sweet and spicy shrimp. All for $15.99.
My name is Angela Trapp, and I see food differently.
I hit the water, and everything changed. I saw what my life could be and found the strength to make it happen. I lost my leg serving my country. Now I serve in a new uniform.
Helping people achieve without limits. At the Hartford, it's what we do and why we're the founding partner of the U.S. Paralympic team. Show your support at facebook.com/The Hartford.
It's
Macy's Men's Wardrobe Sale. Great suits from your favorite designers. Buy one, get one free. Dress shirts and ties from the best brands. Buy one, get one free. Plus, use your savings pass and save an extra 20%. Macy's Men's Wardrobe Sale.
Austin, music, murder, a son who never forgot. 22 years later, a phone call that blew this cold case wide open tonight.
Thursday on CBS, they know when someone's in trouble, but can they find a kidnapped child in time? Catch the new mystery thriller, Person of Interest. Thursday, only CBS.
Second short here. LSU has a play to burn. Wagner on the bench. He ran off on his own, but he got a play to burn here.
Now Wagner got up unassisted and trotted off to the bench. So apparently nothing serious.
And Russell Shepard in the backfield this time, isn't it?
It is. Yes. The high school
10 and
quarterback.
9.
Yeah. Here's Jefferson. Jefferson keeps it after the fake, and he's picked up the first down near the 12-yard line. Looks like it'll be right at the 12. Jarrett Lee, memorable redshirt freshman year, memorable for the wrong reasons. 16 interceptions, 7 of which were returned for touchdowns. But now, earlier this year, he threw 131 without a pick. That's second all-time for LSU. And he's working on a string of 65 without an interception right now. And he will watch as his teammate, Jordan Jefferson, remains at quarterback. J.C. Copeland is the fullback alongside Jefferson. 2 wides to the right side. Tennessee. Delayed blitz. Jefferson in trouble. Got him. There you go.
Yeah, that was a pass play, too. That was not a called run. That was a called pass. Good coverage in the secondary that time. Angela Peterson goes out. No one to throw the ball to. I mean, that's where the lack of practice time for Jordan Jefferson. He could have dumped that ball off to his fullback and got a couple, 3 or 4 yards instead of second and long. It could have been second or 7 and 8.
Here are the red zone stats for LSU presented by Verizon. You see 24 touchdowns, 30 trips inside the 20-yard line. Second down here. Copeland leads the way, and they got him again. Yeah. Third down.
You know, that defensive line for Tennessee is really holding their own here. This is a very physical offensive line for LSU. But up front, Malik Jackson, Daniel Hood, they're winning a lot of battles up front. You win battles up front, it makes those linebackers feel a lot better. Remember, we saw Florida, they could not handle the offensive line up front, and their linebackers had a big offensive lineman in their face all day.
Third down, 11. Beckham, bottom of the screen.
I think Dooley took a timeout here. Yeah.
Time call by Tennessee.
You never told me Autotrader.com had new cars. I'd love a new 2011. These are sweet, but what kind of deal can I get? Okay, just special offers.
Now compare brand spanking new cars and special offers.
That one.
So you can find the one new car your head and heart can agree on. Whoa. Autotrader.com, now the ultimate new car marketplace.
Why do we have Aflac?
Aflac.
And Major Medical? Major Medical, boy, yeah!
I helped pay the doctor. Ain't that enough for you?
There are things Major Medical doesn't do.
Aflac
Pays cash so we don't have to fret.
Something families should get.
Like a safety net.
Even helps pay deductibles to cover your back with.
Help protect your family at Aflac.com.
Well, that kicking cone is gonna smack you right. Punch you in the mouth, don't put up a fight. Hot crispy onions from way out west. Dog nabbit, hot dabbit, that chill is the best. Cool your sizzle with a bacon and blue. I done reaching for my hatchet, let's split it into a mean blue cheese. And say please, 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 and BLT He'll bring it to your knees.
The new Kickin' Coney and Bacon and Blue Dog. Giddy up. Get your premium beef hot dog on for just $1.99. This is how you Sonic.
Tim Brando in New York. Coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Spencer Aaron and I will get you caught up on all of the action, including Michigan goes down for the first time this year. Isaiah Lewis with the 39-yard pick six. Michigan State wins for the fourth straight time against Michigan. Now back to LSU and Tennessee.
You're forced to frown on Tracy Wolfson's mistake. LSU 7-0, and you pointed out that the Tennessee D playing very well.
Yeah, they have. Remember, LSU has imposed their will on everybody they've played so far this season. Today, it has not been easy yards. One sack in the football game, but they have not run it very effectively.
Jarrett Lee has replaced Jordan Jefferson on this third down play. So Lee back, Ruben Randall split way wide to the left. Three wide receivers down at the bottom of the screen. 3rd and 11. Tennessee brings the house.
Oh, he's got it.
Touchdown, Spencer Ware.
Well, I'll tell you, LSU was almost conceding. They did not want to gamble and lose a try for a field goal. I think what you said, Vern, Tennessee was a little bit too aggressive here. One guy got cut off, and all of a sudden a play that should have got 3 or 4 yards ends up being a touchdown. 10-0 is survivable. Is 14-0? We don't know.
That's the first receiving touchdown of the season for Spencer Ware. And Drew Allemont will kick the extra point, knocks it right down the middle. Spencer Ware.
You will see Tennessee be aggressive with their defense. Watch how they come up and on the play, and then when they get out of it, they don't take the proper angle. See, they attack, they get picked off. Good block to the outside by Ruben Randall.
Yes.
Wow, Ruben Randall did a great job on that play.
Will Blackwell was also out there, number 60. Only the 7th catch of the season for Ware. This one results in 7 points.
The real power in these tools isn't just the motor, it's the potential to turn plans into projects and rooms into remodels. It's the freedom to turn a single lithium battery into hours of doing. With guaranteed low prices on the names we know and friends in orange with all we need to know, let's unleash the raw power of possibility. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Get a free rigid hybrid lithium battery worth up to $99 with select rigid cordless tools.
Got it, bro! What's this guy doing? Dude.
Whoa, man, no way. Go, 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 are you kidding?
Oh my gosh, did you guys see that?
Maniac. The mid-size Nissan Frontier with full-size horsepower and torque. Innovation for doers. Innovation for all.
Kono lost her badge. I don't know what she's into. I don't know how deep she's in.
And I don't know if we can protect her anymore.
Well, another look. 3rd and long. Tennessee goes man coverage on the play. 2 good blocks. Randall gets a block. Will Blackwell gets a block. Spencer Ware sets it up nicely. Man, that's one where you're almost sure as a defense you're going to hold them to a field goal try, and you end up giving up a touchdown on 3rd and long.
So the deficit now, 2 TDs facing Tennessee. Devin Young is back to return it along with Eric Gordon, number 24. And James Hairston will kick off. Returnable from the 5. Young tries to get around the corner. Can't. And it's time now to bring the Duck back on stage and answer the question. No Tennessee player has ever won the Heisman. 4 players as runners-up. And the answer, Hank Loricella off the 51 national championship team, Johnny Majors, Heath Schuler, and then perhaps the most controversial, 1997.
Well, Johnny may give you an argument on that. Paul,
okay.
Paul Horning, right?
Yeah,
but
that's a good point. Morning from Notre Dame, winning it despite the fact his team won 2 that year. And, of course, Charles Woodson won the Heisman over Peyton Manning. And guess who's here today? Still very much a part of his alma mater's program, Peyton Manning. Indianapolis playing at Cincinnati, and, of course, Peyton on the backside of neck surgery, and let's all hope he gets back this year, but let's hope he's not too anxious.
Very critical drive here for Tennessee. They need 3 points badly. They need success. Remember what Dooley talked about. For his defense, they need offensive success.
Derek Dooley also told us, Gary, that they had been impatient as a team. And then Jim Chaney, the offensive coordinator, said, I'm the one who's really shown an absence of patience. Can they be patient now?
I don't think they have any choice.
Okay.
I mean, if they had Bray out there, they wouldn't be, because they know what Bray as a gunslinger, what he can bring to the table. But with this configuration without Hunter, I think they have to be what they are right here. A little bit of play action, a little bit of running. Here's the play action. Dump it off. Got the check down.
Going deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Yep.
Picked off by Eric Reed, number 1.
That was a bad read.
So to speak.
Yes. Bad read to a good read player.
Yeah.
Had the check down clear. Remember, it was first down play. Just want to move the chains. Never moved Reed out of the middle, and you can't throw it. Watch the fake and the check down wide open here. Both 2 things in the same play. Reed's in the middle of the field. You just can't throw this ball. That's 101. That's the first thing you do. And as a play caller, okay, if you're Jim Chaney and you're calling a play on first down, they give you a call like that, you've got to save the play. If the big one isn't there, dump it down.
Now there is Tyler Bray. They do not have him available for a while with the broken thumb on his throwing hand. Here's
nice play.
Odell Beckham. Tyler Bray was having a sensational year. Young man from California, 14 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions for the season when he was injured last week against Georgia. 2nd down and 9. That was Eric Reed on the bench with his first interception of the season.
Everybody's conceding 6 weeks here. I had a broken thumb.
Yeah.
And after about 2 or 3 weeks, they can fit it so you can play with the broken thumb, with a kind of a semi-cast. I'll be interested to see if he wants to get back out there.
Jarrett Lee in at quarterback. We saw Jordan Jefferson for a series and a little more than, it was a series. And the catch is made by Kenny Hilliard, the fullback. Let's check in once again with Tim Brando back in New York.
Vern, we're not just going to pile on Tracy's alma mater. This is an alumni update. Gary, didn't go well for Purdue. Robert Marr picked off here by Penn State. They win. Vern, your Texas Lutheran group is getting whacked by McMurray. And Tracy, we had to give the score again. Back to you.
Oh, dear.
Well, technically, it was closer than the experts say. That's all I want to say, okay? There's different ways to look at the games.
Well, sadness for...
Not that I'd notice those things.
Yeah, of course. I understand. 3rd down. Left side. Oh.
Again, enough pass rush to throw Jarrett Lee off his footing. I'll tell you, Malik Jackson. And the coaches raved about Malik Jackson. All SEC first team a year ago. He has been dominant on the line of scrimmage, and he forced Jarrett into bad footwork on the play. That's him right there. Watch him loop around. Jarrett Lee backs off, throws it off balance. He actually could have stayed with that a little bit longer, but that caused the incompletion.
And so Devin Young is back. Here's Wings punt. And it will go into the end zone, come back following the touchback out to the 20-yard line. Well, 6:54 to go before the halftime break. Now Red Lobster presents today's Scholar Athlete. It's Torin Poole, who graduated in 3 years in the spring of 2011, going after his master's degree in kinesiology, and made the academic honor roll in 09, 10, and 11. Red Lobster's commitment to the investment of our future shown today by donating $1,000 to the University of Tennessee's General Scholarship Fund. This is Torin Warren Poole on cue.
Well, you know, we have a lot of social media nowadays.
Yes.
And although Matthew is a trash talker on the field, some of his trash kind of floated in midair, okay?
Yeah, a tweeter.
A tweet. 21, which is Derek Rogers, catches nothing tomorrow. We're ready. This is what we do, boy. LSU, defensive back nation. Now, I'm going to check over on Rogers' stats. He doesn't have one.
No catches.
No catches.
Ty Matthew, the Honey Badger. That's the nickname given to him. Here's the deep pass left side. Incomplete. Almost a grab by Zach Rogers, number 83.
Again, Claiborne in perfect position on this one, Vern. Now, it's got to be a perfect throw. Claiborne reads, turns around. See, when he sees the receiver go for it, he turns around, but you can't do much better than that. You just got to make one of those hard catches.
Tyrann Mathieu, Tracy and I had a chance to chat with him during the walkthrough yesterday. Tracy asked him about that tweet, and he said, well, the coaches tell us we have a 30-second rule. Don't push send before 30 seconds are up so you can think about it. And then he kind of grinned and he said, I violated the rule.
I have never met a good, shy cornerback.
Here's the pass. That one is complete. All the way across midfield. Derek Rogers. How about that for timing?
There you go. He out-physicaled him at the line of scrimmage. Watch him knock Matthew out of the way. You know, we were wondering when you'd start to go to watch him knock him out of the way. Right there, and then he gets inside. You're wondering when you're going to go to your physical receiver. Matthew, as you said, 175. Now you know Rogers had that posted on his locker.
You think?
Absolutely.
So one for Rogers. Good timing, guys. First down and 10. Matthew gives up a 44-yard reception to Derek Rogers. And a first down. Timeout. Tennessee, they use their second, one remaining with 5:35 to go in the first half. 14-zip, LSU.
Well, that kicking cone is gonna smack you right. Punch you in the mouth, don't put up a fight. Hot crispy onions from way out west. Dog nabbit, hot dabbit, that chill is the best. Cool your sizzle with a bacon and blue. I done reaching for my hatchet, let's split it in two. Mean blue cheese, say please, please, please. And BLT will bring it to your knees.
The new Kickin' Coney and Bacon and Blue Dog. Get up. Get your premium beef hot dog on for just $1.99. This is how you Sonic.
You never told me Autotrader.com had new cars. I'd love a new 2011. These are sweet, but what kind of deal can I get? Okay, just special offers.
Now compare brand spanking new cars and special offers.
That one.
So you can find the one new car your head and heart can agree on.
Whoa.
Autotrader.com, now the ultimate new car marketplace.
All I really need is you.
Find gifts for everyone at NFLshop.com.
And there's Vols quarterback Matt Sims on in place of the injured Tyler Bray. And a big play just a moment ago. He's the focus of Sonic, celebrating creativity in the SEC. For more, here's Tracy.
Well, thanks, Vern. Let's celebrate the Tennessee senior, son of Super Bowl 21 MVP, Phil Simms. But his father wasn't his only hero growing up. Simms was a huge Batman fan. Mattman, as his mom called him, dressed up as the superhero every Halloween and now wears the T-shirt under his uniform. On the back of his uniform, though, he honors his other hero. This year, he switched from the number 2 to the number 12 because that was his dad's number his senior year at Morehead State. Matt said he has learned over time the importance of his family name.
Definitely was a lot of pressure when I was younger and didn't really understand why people would put that pressure on me. Now I have a better understanding of my background, where I came from. Extremely proud to be a Simms, and to have that name on my back is pretty awesome.
And he'll certainly try and make his family proud today, Vern.
All right, Tracy, thank you. And his brother Chris, of course, initially committed here out of high school, wound up playing at Texas, then 8 years in the NFL, now lives in Nashville. And Matt started his career at Louisville and switched when Bobby Petrino took a job in the NFL. Torrin Poole with the carry.
So you see more commitment to running the ball. Now, it's always difficult. When you got a gunslinging quarterback like Tyler Bray, every time you don't gain a few yards, you go, oh, God, I wasted another throw for Bray, okay? But when you have a quarterback, a system quarterback, and that's like saying the girl's got a good personality. I understand that. But when you got a guy that plays within the system, you have to be able to run the ball, and there's more commitment to it today than in the past.
And a fine gain on first down. It's second down. You see they're averaging 3.2.
Again, great block.
Yes, indeed. Poole spilled as he gets inside. Oh, it's Bartholomew with the block and Torrin Poole with the run.
I tell you, Alex Bullard, number 78, just took his man out of the play this time. Left guard, right there. Watch his technique on this one. Takes him, turns him, drives him into the backfield. That was Benny Logan, number 1 defensive tackle right there. And then again, sometimes the offensive line gets challenged also. When you lose the quarterback and somebody looks up front and says, all right, guys, let's see what you got.
Michael Brockers is the injured player for LSU, the sophomore out of Houston. Just take a look at the right and see if we can determine what happened. Right side.
Kind of got bent a bit, didn't he, on the play?
He's walking off unaided. Brockers out. LSU.
Remember, LSU gets the ball in the second half. This may be the last time Tennessee gets it in the first half. Critical.
First down. Up the middle. Little trickeration. Torrin Poole carries it. And the umpire paid a price.
Again, commitment. Torrin Poole yesterday, you could tell when we were talking to him, he was so looking forward to showing that he can run the ball in the SEC. Oh, ouch. Actually blocked Brandon Taylor, the safety on the play.
It is a dangerous position for the officiating crew, that umpire spot. They'll test the middle again. It's going to be first and goal.
Yes, that's why the NFL moved him behind.
Right.
And Peyton Manning hates it. He feels he can't run his hurry-up offense as fast when they're behind.
Well, now they've spotted the ball back. I thought he got a little more out of that run.
And now it's a long 9.5 yards, and they can't get a first down. I think it's number 1, Eric Reed, down this time. I think it's Eric Reed.
Okay. Eric Reed, who just had it is Eric Reed. Just had the interception on the previous Tennessee.
Yeah, that was a gift, though, right?
Yes, it was.
You could have got that one, right?
I could have. Well, let's not stretch
He didn't
our
move
imagination.
3 yards.
I understand. Are you suggesting?
Well,
yes, you are.
Falls into your... I mean, that's one I think you could get.
Okay. I'm glad over 6 years I've impressed you with my physical dexterity.
It's not important, but I think you could have got it.
Okay. First 2 SEC games minus 29. And you saw the graphic for today. First and goal. They'll give it over the left guard again. It's Torrin Poole. Ty Matthew, and there's some conversation. Benny Logan, number 93, is jawing. Looked like Jawan James might have been the guy. Well, how about Tennessee's red zone stats presented by Verizon? 17 touchdowns out of 24 trips. And now second down just outside the 5. 14-0. Try the same play. This time, no positive result. Brandon Taylor, number 18.
Eric Reed's coming back on the field now for this critical third down play.
Look at the red zone defensive numbers by LSU. Only 13 trips inside by the 6 previous opponents.
Yeah, considering they played Oregon and West Virginia, those are impressive stats.
2 wide to the right, 1 to the left on third and goal. Shotgun for Sims. Blitz for LSU. Gets time. Fires it incomplete.
Interference.
Ty Matthew,
Absolutely.
yes. The Honey Badger got flagged. The Anthony Arnett was the intended receiver.
You know, that's one where Matthew read that play so quickly. He knew where that ball was going. Those ball instincts that time. He knew Arnett was going to go on the out route, and he almost beat him to the spot, ran right up his back.
That's interference. Number 7 of the defense. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Anthony Arnett is a true freshman right here. Here's Tyrann Mathieu, one-on-one coverage. He knows he's going to the out. He jumps it. Watch him jump it. And he beats him to the end, run right through Arnett on the play. Can't really get upset with your defender on that.
After the penalty, first down and goal. I formation. Bartholomew, the fullback, leads the way near the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. Torren Poole. And a little dance at the end of the run.
One impressive drive. This time he followed Alex Bullard, number 78, coming around. And the fullback, as you called it, Vern, Bartholomew. But the key play of the drive, the Rick Rogers beat it, a 3rd and 8 over here when he got the big first down.
That was a 44-yard gain, and the extra point
barely in.
Kind of limps through. Yeah. That looked like Hoyt Wilhelm and a knuckleball toss. One more look at the touchdown. Tennessee at home has cut the margin in half.
If you're gonna build a fuel-efficient car, the first thing you gotta do is make a car that's worth building. One with character and conviction that has all the luxury you'd expect and pride that you can notice from down the street. Then, and only then, do you put in an 8-speed transmission that gets 31 miles per gallon. That combination of luxury and efficiency only comes from one place in the world.
I wish asylum in the United States.
You're headed straight into a terrorist plot.
Get them off the ship now.
Well, you are hearing Rocky Top in the background. National Anthem of Tennessee. Don't forget the Geico halftime report coming up with Tim. Back in the studio, scores and highlights from around the country. Spencer and Anthony will join him. Aaron, rather. And they are looking at the extra point. They're reviewing it. Ty Matthew he might have touched it. Not sure. It sure did limp through. Look at Dooley. Oh, goodness. Here's Matthew from the left side. Well, it was Syracuse and Toledo where the very controversial hit the upright and bounced through. Yep.
Now, if you put like a penny on that post right there, you can't see the post behind it. You can see the football covered the white.
Yes.
So it's good.
Okay.
That's an inside. I can't.
Oh, goodness.
That one from behind was very clear, I thought.
Yeah. Well, they are reviewing it.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The extra point was good. LSU is charged with a timeout.
Nice to see Les smiling.
It was close, I'll give you that, but it was through. That was an impressive drive. One more time to look at the touchdown. Michael Rivera, the pass-catching tight end. Watch his block. See the defensive end inside Rivera? He doesn't protect the middle linebacker. Rivera gets inside the defensive end and blocks number 46, Hatcher. See the block on Hatcher? That allows the running back to squeeze inside. When you're protecting, when you're lined up inside, you have to protect your linebackers. Great block by Rivera. That's where the play broke down for LSU.
Torin Poole, I beg your pardon. 8 carries, 36 yards on that 80-yard drive. And here comes Pilardi. Odell Beckham. Knocked down from behind across the 30 out near the 34-yard line. Monday, the only thing these two girls have in common, they're broke. New Two Broke Girls right after How I Met Your Mother, only CBS. 14-7 at Neyland in Knoxville. And LSU has the ball back now with 2:16 to go. Both teams one timeout remaining. And Jarrett Lee is the quarterback. Spencer Ware deep back in the I formation. Here's Ware.
See, LSU was going to find out what we got here before we're going to go 2-minute offense. We want to run a couple plays, but now with the first down there, I think they're going to open it up.
Hustle up to the line. Well, hustle, amble up. First down. Under 2 to go.
Yes, they are.
Lee. Oh, my goodness. Randall down the sidelines. How about that?
Yeah. Bad technique to the outside. It's all right if a guy completes one, but you got to stop him afterwards. Marcellus Teague, that's the second time in this game. Had the holding penalty. All right, it's a stop, lock, come back. Got to go to the outside, force him to the inside. That's where all your help is. You get beat one-on-one, and it costs your team a huge football play.
45 yards after Teague made the mistake. And a first down inside the 10.
Vern Teague was hitting himself on the head. He knew it as soon as it happened. I mean, it's so easy to talk about it up here, but one false step against these great athletes.
James Wright on the outside. Russell Shepard. They handed off to Ware, but a whistle, I think, prior to the snap.
I think Les called timeout.
And so time called by LSU. That's their last. All right, we'll go to your favorite topic, Old Mo, momentum.
Just keep playing. I think every coach kind of plays both sides of this. You know, they want momentum, but when it's kind of going against them, they just go next play, next play, next play. I think in this game we've seen that if you just keep competing, you know, Matt Sims throws an interception, comes back and drives them down the field. They have an interception the other way, boom, it goes down the other field. Just keep finishing the next play. The most encouraging thing so far in this game for Tennessee,
right?
They can run the ball just enough.
And that was the intent, to stay in this game. But they just did give up the 45-yard pass play.
And you know what made it possible? The first down run. LSU was they didn't want to, get a big turnover at the end of the half. And remember, they get the ball to start the second half. So you can really now change this football game a lot. You score here, get the ball back, score again, all of a sudden, it's not a football game.
1:41 to go. Tigers are now out of timeouts. See, Tennessee for the season in the SEC, only 85 yards. So that just underlines the point Gary was making. They have run effectively today. Effectively enough. Copeland is the fullback, Ware the tailback. The toss, Ware gets around the corner and is out of bounds to stop the clock with 96 seconds to go. Kurt Magette, number 56, made the stop. Randall out. D'Angelo Peterson in. Sims looks on. Odell Beckham Jr. is at the top of the screen. Play action. Lee being chased. Lets it go. Back up. Is it caught? Yes, at the 1 yard line.
What a catch.
Jiminy Christmas. D'Angelo Peterson backing toward the end zone.
Yeah, he's lined up on the right side. Play action pass. Ball's a little behind. Basically hit him in the left shoulder. He actually bobbled it and re-caught it. He double caught it. It was a good pass from Jarrett Lee. Remember, it was 2nd and goal, and now it's 3rd and inches.
Michael Ford is in. Jefferson is as well at quarterback. And no indication of a touchdown yet. No timeouts now remaining for LSU.
Plenty of time, though. You got a full 4-second clock and a decision to make. Well, maybe they'll do that play at the end of the last game where they put 13 guys in and 12 guys and they run back and forth.
Well, Les Miles over his 7-year career has been involved in some controversial finishes for LSU. It's Alemão on 4th down. Brad Wing will hold it. Clock has started. 25 seconds to go. 18-yard field goal. Drew Alemão. Well, that's a victory for the Tennessee defense.
Well, I have to admit, I thought they would go for it.
I did too.
I really did. I have to admit it. But 10-point lead. You try to win a national championship on the road. Tight game, 1 point.
The real power in these tools isn't just the motor, it's the potential to turn plans into projects and rooms into remodels. It's the freedom to turn a single lithium battery into hours of doing. With guaranteed low prices on the names we know and friends in orange with all we need to know, let's unleash the raw power of possibility. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Get a free rigid hyper-lithium battery worth up to $99 with select rigid cordless tools.
Gary alluded to last year's game down in Baton Rouge between these two. Remember, with Tennessee up 14-10 as time expired, the ball defense held LSU out. They seemed to have. The snap was low, but look how many Tennessee players defensively were on the field. So that resulted in a dead ball play with no time left, and Stephen Ridley came left, just did get in, and the Tigers defeated Tennessee. They've had some battles over
the
years.
ones we've done. Remember DeMarcus Russell throwing to the wrong guy for a touchdown?
Early Doucette.
Yep.
Who stepped in front of
the other one.
Yeah.
Intercepted it. Interesting, we kind of talking up in the booth here, whether, Les challenged that extra point. So he gave up a timeout. And then when he used the timeout on 4th down, he didn't have any remaining. I wonder if he had time to take a timeout, whether he would have said, or could have been talked into going for it one more time. But he had none, and he took the points.
And so, the kickoff coming with 15 seconds to go before the break.
It just tells me It just tells me he believes his defense. Yeah. Give him enough of a lead, they're going to hold it.
And the point you made during that drive, they do get the ball to open the second half.
Well, the formula that Les Miles almost lost that game last year was Tennessee had no turnovers and just 3 penalties all game. So far, 2 turnovers already and more than penalties than that. I think they have 3 penalties, but they've had, how many penalties they got so far?
3 for 35.
3 for 35 already. Yes, Tennessee already 3 penalties in the game. So they're already where they were, and they've had a couple declines. So they're not playing as clean a game as they did on the road last year.
Matt Sims back in the starter's position after the injury to Tyler Bray. And Sims ends the half 4 of 12 with 2 interceptions. But his team is within hailing distance. They're down by 10. As we go to the halftime break, Ruben Randall with a big first half. LSU band is on hand. And let's go down to Tracy, who's with Derek Dooley.
Coach, after struggling offensively most of that first half, you're able to put some points on the board. Can you tell us about that drive and what you were happy with?
Yeah, well, the run game. We're running the ball really well against a great defense, and we got to hit a few throws. We had a horrible incident that happened, almost a 90-yard play that really is the difference right now.
You talked about their mental challenge, the mental challenge going into this. How would you assess how your team is handling this one so far?
I think we're doing great. We got down 14. We had a real bad 3-and-out. Defense went out and stopped them. Then we put together a great drive. So we just got to stay with it, 0-0.
Thanks so much. Vern?
All right, Tracy, thank you. That's the end of the first half with the score 17-7 LSU. Let's go to Tim Brando, who's back in our New York studio.
Okay, Vern. Coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Spencer Aaron and I will have all the action, including South Carolina wins the game, but loses Marcus Lattimore to injury. After this word from your local station.
Catch TV's #1 show, 2.5 Men, Monday only, CBS.
It works with people. It works with cars. The newly refined Acura TL. Aggression in its most elegant form. Find exceptional offers on a great selection at your Acura dealer today.
So I'm planning date night for my wife. I want to make something really nice.
Look at you, so sweet. Does she like salmon?
She loves it.
Got just the thing. Publix fresh frozen sockeye salmon.
Frozen?
I know what you're thinking, but it has all the same great flavor and texture as fresh. Best of all, you can cook it whenever you're ready. It's so delicious.
Oh, she's gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. I like when you do date night. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Every great tailgate begins at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome to Tailgate U. Let me show you how to get it done. This grill is mobile enough for home and away games. Roll it, lift it, and celebrate the win.
For a guy that didn't spend much time on the bench, you sure know how to pick a comfortable chair, Emmett.
It's all about comfort and style. Rain or shine.
Get tailgating apparel and gear for an everyday low price.
Okay, this is it, the Bill Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 in total savings on an F-150 or choose $7,000 in total savings.
You're watching CBS 47, the home for action news.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Halftime Report. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Geico Halftime Report. I'm Tim Brando with the score in Knoxville. LSU leading Tennessee 17-7, joined by Spencer Tillman and Aaron Taylor. You know, I give Coach Dooley's defense a chance. I do.
There's no question. We talked about what they could do up front, and they have been getting after this LSU offense. They're holding them on about 3 yards per carry. If that defense can do it, they may have a chance in the second half.
Listen, this is the same Tennessee front that actually held Georgia to a couple of field goals last week in a 20-12 defeat. Right. Can't let them hang around. LSU's got to work on that short passing game and open this game up and put some distance between them.
All right, let's get to the highlight blitz, guys. A lot for us to talk about, beginning with in Madison, Wisconsin, 59-7 over Indiana today. 12 of 17, 166 for Russell Wilson. Now, in addition, over in the Big 12, Oklahoma State taking on Texas. Spencer T.
Jeremy Smith. Boy, I tell you what, shortest distance between 2 points, straight line, gentlemen. 30 yards for a touchdown, 21-10. Oklahoma State trying to open it up and distance themselves from the Longhorns.
Now remember, that's they need to get as many points as they can because they're one of those undefeateds looking for a good BCS standing. Now take a look at this, guys. Michigan State. This is a pick six by Isaiah Lewis, but watch what happens as he taunts Denard Robinson who threw the ball right there. Now, this is in sharp contrast to what happened a week ago to the punter Brad Wing.
Well, Brad Wing is the players behind him. To me, that's all about the angles here. Isaiah was looking right at the guy, and it was pointed right in his face, at Denard Robinson. So to me, I was speaking to Dennis Dodd, CBSSports.com, Dennis Dodd. He's at the game. He said that in his opinion, that was an egregious act, juxtaposing that to what happened last week. It should have been called, never was broached, never was mentioned.
Never came up in conversation. Nope. So once again, the letter of the law, Aaron, the letter of the law in the SEC, not necessarily the letter of the law in the Big Ten.
No, not necessarily. And this is a situation where that could have totally changed the complexity of this game. Yeah. Last week, the SEC was on top of it. Yes, was it egregious? No. But it was, by the letter of the law, a foul, and they called it appropriately. The Big Ten has not done so. They have yet to do it. Maybe they come back out with a statement, but thus far, no.
Well, here again points up the inconsistency. We need a czar. We need a commissioner for college football. We need one voice for officiating in college football. That is a great example as to why. All right, let's talk a little bit about other matchups taking place over the ACC. Georgia Tech taking on Virginia. Look out for the Wahoos here.
Oh, yeah. Last week, Georgia Tech struggled with that Maryland defense. They're struggling a little bit today, but it's the Cavaliers that are getting things going on the ground.
Clifton Richardson running it in for the touchdown. 24-14, 10 minutes left in the third. Into the SEC, big one in Stark Vegas. Watch Marcus Lattimore. He's actually blocking when he sustains this left knee injury. He walks off with the aid of crutches. It's a sprain. The head ball coach says, going to be out for a while. Going to be out for a while. We'll have to check and see. More of that.
Shaw's coming back in. He finds Alshon Jeffrey in there for a 4-yard touchdown, 14-10 South Carolina, but they're going to miss number 21 big time.
Connor Shaw was also checking his hand. They actually do need the open date. As you look at the score of 14-12, the upcoming schedule, again, remember, they did beat Georgia, so they hold that head-to-head. Look at that November 5th date, though, at Arkansas.
Well, the bye is the key. They've got a little rest there, but Arkansas is the one you got to watch out for.
Yeah, there's no question. The number 2 and 3 rushers behind Marcus Lattimore, Steven Garcia and Connor Shaw.
One of them's gone.
All right. Ohio State and Illinois, the Buckeyes trying to do it to the Fighting Zooks. It's 10-0 with just 2:55 remaining in the third there. And A&M and those Baylor Bears, Robert Griffin trying to do it on his own today, Aaron.
Yeah, and he's doing it with his arm, hitting a wide-open Tevin Reese for the 43-yard touchdown to cut the lead to 10. Griffin tied the school season record mark with 22 touchdowns.
Yeah, one half of the replacements. Ryan Tannehill finds Ryan Swope there. 4 TDs on the day for him. That's a single game high for that instant.
Intercepted. Ruben Randall has it, and that's a touchdown LSU.
Going to score. Touchdown LSU. Pass intercepted. He's in. Touchdown Tennessee.
Halftime at Neyland in Knoxville, and it's 17-7. The undefeated Tigers of LSU leading Tennessee, and a real pleasure here in Neyland Stadium to welcome a legend at Tennessee, Peyton Manning. In case you're wondering, I'm the short one of the group, right?
Yeah.
And we're sitting, so we're equal height.
It's an honor to be here, Vern. I watch you guys every Saturday, and I think you guys have the greatest job in America being able to cover Southeastern Conference games every Saturday. But to be here in Knoxville, it's one of my favorite places in the world, and it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Well, you still have a very, very strong association with your alma mater.
Well, I sure do. It's been special to me, and probably 4 of the greatest years of my life here in Knoxville. And so I come back quite often. I spent a lot of time with the team. I've really gotten to know Derek Dooley quite well, and I really enjoy being around him. And we play the Bengals tomorrow, not too far away from Knoxville, so I'll be in Cincinnati tonight.
Well, Peyton, before we're going to ask you to do a little second guessing with us.
Okay. Perfect.
But I think you played all 4 years. You don't have any left here, do you? You can't go in.
I'm out of eligibility. And I don't know if you know, currently I am out of a job. I don't know if you've heard it or not.
We got a good chance for you right now.
But this is pretty comfortable up here.
Come on up with us.
Okay,
well,
thanks.
We're going to let you stay with us for a little bit, but it behooves us to ask you, Peyton, what is the state of your rehab?
I'm doing well, Vern. I get to do a little more each week. I'm taking it slow. I'm following doctor's orders, and I try to help out with the team however I can. It's tough, Vern. I was telling my minister the other day in our Bible study, I said, it's kind of like I've been giving the sermon for 14 years, and now I'm passing out the bulletins right before. And I'm doing a great job of giving out these bulletins.
Yes.
But it doesn't have a real big impact on the service and the sermons.
Well, I'm just glad that you're not having to pass the collection plate.
Correct. Okay. Correct.
That was a run by Russell Shepard on first down. Gary?
Well, they're hanging in here pretty good. I mean, it looked like one of these days where they haven't run for a lot of yards. But, like Bray, like you, when you got a gunslinging quarterback, it's hard to be committed to the running game.
There's no question. And I think against LSU, Gary, to think that we can have 3 or 4 80-yard drives against this defense is pretty unrealistic. So as you can see, the game plan is to take some shots down the field. Unfortunately, 2 of them have been intercepted. Right. And so I think there's something wrong with calling deep shots, but if it's not there, to be able to still check it down.
Peyton, when I played it, I got out of it about 88. But now you're in it now. The advancement of college football, it seems like the young players are more ready to step in the NFL because the college game is more wide open.
There's no question. I watch you guys' games every Saturday, and the defenses that I'm seeing just on the TV, I don't get the great view as you do on the game film. They're the same defenses that the pros are playing. What Nick Saban's doing in Alabama, what Chief John Chavis is doing in LSU, it's pretty advanced. And I tell you what, Justin Wilcox, I think, is a young superstar here at Tennessee. I hope we can keep him. And I think the stuff that they're doing is advanced as well. So I agree with your point. These players are coming in more ready each year to the NFL.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is the same zone blitz concepts that all those guys are running against you, they've brought to this game now, haven't they?
There's no question. And the speed, I'm biased. I think Southeastern Conference speed is faster than any other conference. But it's a...
How would you like this, being taken out on 3rd and 5 like this?
I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't be a fan of it.
Right. 3rd down 5. LSU opening drive here in the 3rd quarter. It's Jefferson in at quarterback. Drills it. He's got the first down and a nice pass to Odell Beckham Jr. for the first down.
Odell Beckham, I don't know if you know, is the best running receiver to come out of Newman High School since Cooper Manning.
I thought
he's a Newman Greedy from my high school and has had a heck of a freshman year. And you talk about LSU, I guess I'm biased there being from Louisiana, Gary. I think it's the best high school football around. And the players that LSU has, they're all from the state. And that's what Les Miles has done a great job of keeping the players.
Kiddingly, we were saying that Odell Beckham said that he put Tennessee in the top 5 just because of your training facility right there, the locker room.
Well, that's a nice compliment, I guess.
He couldn't come here.
Well, there's the run by Jefferson to the right side. Beckham, his mom was an All-American track star at LSU. His dad played football.
A lot of speed in their family. So it just goes to tell you what Les Miles has done, though, keeping these players in state.
I really wanted to pick your brain about these type of offenses. A lot of people want to know, will they work? Now, they're not going to work with you and a Brady, but would this type of an offense, if you committed to bringing in 2 or 3 of these guys, do you think long-term it would ever work in the NFL?
I think it could work long-term, but the question is, are you going to spend a couple of drafts on that? It's a huge commitment. Does a coach have enough time? Is the owner going to give him enough time to prove that it's going to work? I mean, some of these NFL coaches now, you got 2 years. If you haven't shown some progress, you're out the door.
And there's Jefferson again showing where he can contribute so mightily to this LSU offense on the ground.
Peyton, one more thing. We're only going to get you probably for a series here, but Matt Sims, okay, he's got an older brother that played quarterback and a father that played quarterback. You're in the same situation, with Eli. What kind of advice is too much? How do you cross the line? How do you do advice for a younger brother?
Well, I really like Matt Sims, and he comes to our football camp every summer. He's a great kid, and I do think you have to filter the advice that you get. You can't have too many coaches. When I came to Tennessee, my dad told me, he said, son, little hit there, huh?
Yeah.
He said, Peyton, he said, Tennessee coaches are going to coach you. I'll be there for advice if you have questions. I just want to be your father. And I know Phil does the same thing with Matt. I'm sure Chris is there as a resource for Matt. But what a great kid. What a great opportunity for him. He's had a career where he was starter. Tyler Bray came in, played well, but now he's got a great opportunity against LSU and Alabama next week, and he's doing pretty good. He's hanging in there.
Yes. You missed that kind of hit?
I do kind of miss it. Believe it or not.
I knew the answer would be
sounds kind of strange.
A big play for Tennessee right here. They need to stop 3rd and long.
We do. 17-7. We got to keep this a 2-score game.
Jarrett Lee back in at quarterback. There's a snap, and timeout is called.
And that's funny. Les was actually walking over to the other official to call timeout, and Tennessee beat him to the spot.
Okay. So time called, 3rd down 5. Opening series. We'll be back with Peyton Manning right after this.
Try our tasty chicken minis for breakfast.
The plane holding hundreds of passengers. Emergency crews are prepared. They're in place. All we can do now is watch. Wait a minute. There's a truck. Tough to tell from here, but whoever is driving that truck is right below the plane now. This is just unbelievable. The broken landing gear landed into the bed.
Mid-size Nissan Frontier with full-size payload and towing. Innovation for doers. Innovation for all.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make the right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
Rolls is back, so get ready.
I do.
Meet the new Mrs. Russell.
She looks like a potato balanced on 2 bratwursts.
Rules of Engagement season premiere Thursday after the Big Bang Theory.
17-7, big third down coming up. Just a momentary story. The first time Gary and I ever worked together, Peyton, was the senior quarterback camp in Kauai. Archie was there. He brought Ewan Cooper. Yep. Roger Staubach and Marianne were there. They brought Jeff. There exists video of you as a sophomore in high school playing catch with Jeff Staubach.
Long time ago. Good stuff.
It was.
That's good stuff.
And now we've got the third down. Big play here, guys.
So, Peyton, you do about 3 false centers here, right?
Correct.
To read the coverage.
Call about 3 different plays in the huddle and find the best one. I bet LSU's probably got.
Can you tell if they're going to blitz? Can you feel it?
They're going to drop back here. And the man.
Yep. Left side. Oh my goodness.
Off his back foot.
Randall and Lee are really connecting as a combo.
Peyton, when you're in the pocket like this, about what percentage of your plays do you actually throw from the rubber, or do you have to make throws like this?
Just about 75% are plays or throws that you're making where your feet are not properly set. And Gary, we practice that. We do drills where we're throwing the football with our feet. We call it offset, opposite foot, proper foot, because you just hardly ever get to step into a throw like you do in 7-on-7 drills. And that was a heck of a throw by Lee there.
It was. I formation on first down just inside the 15. Spencer Ware tries to cut back. And again, a fine job defensively. A.J. Johnson, the freshman, big speed, plays pretty well in space.
Yeah, there's so much speed on this field. Hey, Gary, I got a question for you. I don't want to touch a nerve or anything. Being an experienced backup quarterback, what is it like for Lee or for Sims to come off the bench and play? Well, I'm just curious. I just don't know. I'm learning this year.
I was going to say,
it's a humbling experience for me.
The clipboard is really good for the next step up into the booth.
Okay, all right.
It's a little bit of a pay cut, but work on that clipboard.
So it paved the way for this.
I will pay you if you'll join us every week. Second down, I formation, quick screen right side. It's Beckham around the corner and stop, so we've got another big and a flag down.
I wonder if he pulled him down with the face mask, or was there holding by the guy out in front of him?
It was Isaiah Lanier, number 18, and he and Copeland jawing with each other.
I mean, but in all seriousness, I mean, you have to be prepared every single game, right? Matt Sims last week was hanging out. Now he's starting against LSU.
You didn't have to do this. This is probably your first
Personal foul. Grasping the face mask. Number 18 of the defense. Penalty will take it half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Peyton, this has to be your first fall that you haven't played football since, what, you're 7 years old?
It's been a long time, Gary.
All right.
I've been playing for a while.
But here's what it is, I think, when you're a backup quarterback. Everybody talks about it's the greatest job in the world. You stand there, you get a paycheck, but you would have never got to be number 2 if you didn't have that desire to be number 1.
Absolutely. No, and I think Lee's doing a great job, and I'm proud of Matt Sims.
Yep.
I really am.
Here's Jarrett Lee. First down and goal. LSU up by 10. Spencer Ware cuts. Tough to bring down. He's down near the 1.
Well, Les took the field goal at the end of the half. I think that said a lot about his confidence that it was his defense could win the game. Does it change his strategy now where 7 points is really big?
Yeah, there's no question. It does change the game. Toughest thing for Tennessee right now Gary, as you know, as we're rebuilding our program, the last thing you develop is depth.
Right.
And LSU has so much of it. Our two best players are out for the season right now, and Hunter and Bray. Maybe Bray gets back, but we are playing short-handed, and it's tough when you're playing a powerhouse like this.
Well, I guess
now you're playing way down. There's the touchdown.
I think LSU fans said, well, good for that. We bring Peyton on and we take a long drive right when you're...
I am from Louisiana, but I'm a Tennessee Vol at heart, so that did hurt me to witness that. So hopefully the Vols will get it turned around here. But I tell you, I'm a Derek Dooley fan, Gary. I really think he's going to get it turned around. I think we're recruiting well. We don't have the luxury of going into our home state and just finding this intense amount of talent like Louisiana. We have to recruit nationally, but I'm a fan of his. I think he's going to get us back to where we were in the 90s. It's going to take us a little time, but I think we're going to get there.
Extra point is good. I got to tell you now, Gary is no big fan of a three-man booth. You got a spot right here.
Hey, anytime. I hope I'm not available anytime soon.
I got a feeling if you come, I go, though. That's the problem.
I'm envious of y'all's job, and I tell you, you guys are the best. Y'all are the best crew, and I really enjoy watching you, and thanks for being so nice to Archie every Saturday.
LG Cinema 3D glasses are sensibly priced. For more fun, with more friends. Experience the next generation 3D TV. LG Cinema 3D. More people, more fun. Conventional 3D glasses need recharging regularly. Still missing the 3D action? Introducing the next generation 3D TV LG Cinema 3D. Battery-free, hassle-free.
Are you? Yeah. In about 15 years. I just want to commend you for sitting and coach. Why? Well, you're saving, but you still need some financial advice. We need a plan to help protect and grow our money throughout our life. Retirement isn't the finish line. Where are you going? Back to first class. We can afford it now.
Confidently face your future with Lincoln Financial.
An accident doesn't have to slow you down. With better car replacement, available only with Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance, if your car's totaled, we give you the money for a car one model year newer. To learn more, visit us today. Responsibility. What's your policy?
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Outback Steakhouse, LG, Aflac, and by Ford. Back in Neyland, and again, our thanks to Peyton Manning for spending some time with us here in the third quarter as LSU goes the distance, a couple of third down conversions, and Ware gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was almost a perfect drive for LSU. 12 plays, the big third down pass, when Peyton exactly explained it, 75% of your throws in modern football are not from the pitching mound. You have to shift your feet and throw. Not surprising to me that Peyton practices it.
And the kickoff forthcoming now. Eric Gordon is one of two men back, the other being Devin Young, and Hairston will kick off. Returnable, taken at the 9. This is Devin Young, number 19, goes to his left and runs out of room. Now let's take a look at the game trends thus far.
Well, we had a pretty good football game. Jared Lee started off a little slow, but I thought he was nurtured very well by the play calling of Stradawa and Craig Thorpe. You can see the LSU, the thing they're doing this year than in the past, they're not turning it over. And when as good a team as they are, they're going to be tough to beat if they don't turn the ball over.
First down 10, Matt Sims. And off, Torn Poole, ouch.
Benny Logan that time came down. They play about 8 different defensive linemen. I went and listened to our recast of the last week against LSU, and I don't think we mentioned the defensive lineman, or at least me, 3 or 4 times all game. That's a big omission because they're really, really good.
Yeah.
You get really looking at the speed in the back 7, and you forget about how tough they are up front.
On second down, here's Sims.
Matthew. Great coverage by Matthew. And he's talking.
Yes, he is. Boy, he anticipated that so well.
You know, I hate it when announcers bring up these old guys that they played with. But this old guy that I played with reminds me of Matthew. Frank Minifield from the Cleveland Browns. Very undersized corner that would talk and get it underneath the receivers when he played bump and run all the time. Matthew has the same exact style.
And it's now 3rd and 10. See if the blitz is coming from the corner. It is. Sims got it, but it's far short of it. Oh, no! Derrick Rogers slipped the tackle, and that's close. Brandon Taylor, and he might have got the first down.
He broke.
Yes.
That was really nice timing because Sims had a guy right in his face as he let this ball go. There's the matchup right there. Watch it. Now watch Matthew try to rip the ball. See him try to rip the ball, and that allows Rodgers to get the extra 3 yards.
Now Matthew has applied that tactic successfully.
Yes.
3 times this year. Yes.
He doesn't quit on a play. Up close here. Watch how he stays with it. Okay, he caught it. Now keep playing. Keep playing. Goes with the football and kind of almost dislodges it.
Running back off of his own tackle. It's Torrin Poole. And the left tackle got back and got in the way, and Barkevius Mingo makes the stop. 6:05 to go, third quarter. 24-7 LSU. Rajon Neal is on the field now.
The crowd wants to believe in something, but right now they're waiting.
And off on that fake reverse again. This is Rajon Neal. Well, let's take a look at the SEC East. South Carolina won today. They're 4-1 in conference play. Georgia has won 4 in a row. They're 3-1, and of course South Carolina has the tiebreaker. Then Florida, they're at Auburn tonight, followed by Vandy, Tennessee, and Kentucky.
I think Florida still controls their own destiny in this thing, right? Even though they're a game behind.
Third down. 4 wides for the Volunteers. Sims inside. Got it to Derrick Rogers. Brandon Taylor. And see how it shakes out now that we're at the midway point. South Carolina, their schedule on the left side. At Tennessee, at Arkansas, and then versus Florida. Georgia, 4 games left. And a quick huddle now. Sims on first down.
Next week is the off week for South Carolina, so hopefully they could get Lattimore back for the Gamecocks.
Marlon Lane goes left.
Very difficult to go wide on this defense. One of the reasons, and you don't get much publicity about it, is Brandon Taylor, number 18, and Eric Reed, number 1. Their 2 safeties are great football players. They're good tacklers, they're good size, and they're great what they call alley runners to the side of the field and making those tackles.
Second down. Big hole. Shakes the tackle. Down the sidelines and out of bounds at the 30. With a Tennessee first down, they are running the ball.
They are. Ben Bartholomew, the fullback that time, fitted very nicely on the isolation play. Follow the fullback, run outside. Great fit by Bartholomew. He actually turned the linebacker inside. And again, an answering drive here. That's what they need. Time off the clock and answer.
Sims under some pressure. And it's incomplete over on the left side. Well, Matt Sims, Peyton was talking about the passing academy, the Manning family in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Matt has been down there for each of the last 2 years and as a counselor, but he also learned so much just being around Archie and Cooper and Eli and Peyton. Second down. Option.
Too quick.
Yeah.
Didn't force the play.
Oh, dear. Kendrick Adams, number 94. Took the toss, and the man who got it. Well, here's the Manning Passing Academy group photo. And here's Matt Sims giving a little instruction to one of the high schoolers. And here's Sims himself.
He says if he doesn't get a chance to play National Football League, he wants to be a coach. And he says his preference is to go into the National Football League rather than college as an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Or an unpaid intern or whatever he's going to start out as.
He'll work long hours, I know that. Bobbled snap, and Sims has to throw it away.
And was that a bad snap again from James Stone? This has been a story all year. We saw it in the Florida game. James Stone, a left-hander, has been converted to a right-handed snap. This one was to the right. Not awful, but not perfect. Those should be automatic.
James Stone last year snapped for the most part left-handed.
It was bad in the Florida game. Remember that?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. He dribbled or threw air balls about 5 times. Here's the punt from Matt Darr. Matthew,
beautiful.
Gracious, how about that? Nice job downfield.
Our great production guys went back to last year's tape and found Stone snapping it left-handed last season. Great job by our guys working all morning to find this for us. I'm always one of those guys asking for things late, and there they are, right-handed this year, and it has not been pretty all year.
Well, a nice job by the special teams, and James Stone breathing a sigh of relief. LSU has it at their own 1.
Ford Fusion has now been named the most dependable midsize car by J.D. Power and Associates. We go to Kimberly.
Any thoughts on this news?
I have no idea what's going on. They told me that it's the most dependable midsize sedan, and they ran back into their little box.
Leadership, excellence, performance. It's what Heisman and Aflac's all about. Aflac, an official partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Harold and Kumar are back.
Mr. Claus, can you feel any of this?
In an adventure so 3D, you'll get Christmas all over your face. A very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas, rated R, November 4th.
AT&T and Verizon charge you extra for going over 2 gigabytes of data. T-Mobile slows down your data speed. With Sprint, you don't get charged extra and you don't slow down. And you get unlimited data, text, and calling to any mobile for only $79.99. The best unlimited plan wins. Make the most of unlimited data with a brilliant screen on a pencil-thin phone. Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch.
A killer who's got your number.
Who are you?
Say goodbye to your sister. Drop the knife! A new CSI Miami CBS Sunday.
Neyland Stadium on this late Saturday afternoon. A gorgeous day in October in Knoxville. And the crowd now predominantly dressed in orange, hoping for a defensive stand by the Volunteers, who are down. Jordan Jefferson is the quarterback, and he sneaks it over right guard on first down. Now, following our postgame show on CBS, Gary Danielson discusses today's game, and he'll answer your college football questions live from the SEC on CBS Cruiser. Watch the 5th quarter at cbssports.com/ Gary.
It's actually working pretty good, and you know what? Vern's going to break down and go with this.
I'm riding. Who's on the bus?
Vernon, Nancy. Nancy's coming back. We're going to be watching the Auburn, Florida game.
Right.
All right, so we're going to have a nice trip.
We might have a full load on the bus.
Well, everybody's welcome. Just don't sleep in my side. That's all.
You got it.
Oh.
Incomplete. And it's going to be third down. Odell Beckham.
Well, you know, I mean, one big 3 and out. This ball could have been tipped up in the air. It didn't. It was skimmed off. I mean, that's Beckham kind of alligator armed that one. Thought he could have got him up. The ball got on him a little quicker than I think he thought. Jordan Jefferson fired that ball and just didn't kind of touch it in there.
Jarrett Lee still on the sideline. And so it'll be on the shoulders of Jefferson now. See if they stay conservative and call on their defense. It looks like they will. Unless Spencer Ware gets out of there. And look at him.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at him. First down. Wow.
I mean, this play should have been stopped. And if you're going to beat LSU, you want to knock them off and upset them, you have to make this play right here. Basically, LSU says, all right, we'll run the ball here. If we get a first down, we'll be happy. But you see, coming up from the secondary, no physical play. Play that should have got 4 or 5 yards ends up getting a first down.
First down 10. Alfred Blue now spells Ware. He's the deep back in the eye. Alfred Blue. A lot of activity last week in the win over Florida. Well, LSU has not turned the ball over again thus far in this game. Their last turnover was in the fourth quarter in the win at Mississippi State. 47 possessions, 255 snaps. And Jarrett Lee, a part of protecting the ball for this team.
Absolutely. And, you know, you mentioned that about Jarrett Lee, that disastrous freshman year, all those pick sixes. Since his freshman year, LSU has not had a pick six since.
Second down. Might be the final play of the third quarter. Give to the fullback, J.C. It's Kenny Hilliard.
Boy, nice patience
How
that
about
time.
that? And a flag at the end of the play.
And, you know, this is what a good running game does. It goes along and you think you got him stopped. Everybody gets a block, but a gifted runner finds just a little crease. It wasn't there where it was supposed to be, but you find it out the back door, and another first down and a penalty tacked on.
After the play, personal foul, number 99 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that was Ben Martin just being frustrated at the end of that play. A late hit on the play, you think you got the run game stopped, and all of a sudden you come in and drop. You start moving in, and then all of a sudden the guy goes down, and he's there, and you just can't help yourself. That was a tough 15 yards.
Now the clock will wind down, and that will be the end of 3. Sustained drive by the LSU Tigers to open the third quarter. They extend the lead. We've reached the end of 3, and the undefeated LSU Tigers are up 24-7. We'll return to Neyland Stadium right after this word from your local station.
Introducing the 60 Seconds of Mayhem Sweepstakes. You can win a new car and kick a field goal at the Allstate BCS National Championship for a boat, motorcycle, RV, and a home makeover. January 9th is gonna be mayhem. Will you be there? Enter at allstatecfb.com.
John Hancock Mutual Funds. Visit jhfunds.com.
CBSSports.com shop is your home for college gear with a great selection of items for your favorite college team. The best in college gear is at CBSSports.com shop.
Will tribes mutiny against their leaders? New Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
Okay, this is it. The Built Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 in total savings on an F-150 or choose $7,000 in total savings.
Every great tailgate begins at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome to Tailgate U. Let me show you how to get it done. This grill is mobile enough for home and away games. Roll it, lift it, and celebrate the win.
For a guy that didn't spend much time on the bench, you sure know how to pick a comfortable chair, Emmett.
It's all about comfort and style. Rain or shine.
Get tailgating apparel and gear for an everyday low price.
So I'm planning date night for my wife. Want to make something really nice.
Look at you, so sweet. Does she like salmon?
She loves it.
Got just the thing. Publix fresh frozen sockeye salmon.
Frozen?
I know what you're thinking, but it has all the same great flavor and texture as fresh. Best of all, you can cook it whenever you're ready. It's so delicious.
Oh, she's gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. I like when you do date night. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Jaguars All Access, Monday at 7 on CBS 47.
Where? And where is in the end zone for the score?
We welcome you back to Neyland in Knoxville. 102,000 plus on hand. They actually reduced the capacity of this wonderful stadium when they did a remodel here a few years back. But it's still one of the larger ones in the country. We're in the fourth quarter. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, and Tracy Wolfson. LSU has moved from its own one out to the 46. Here's the sweep to the left, Michael Ford. And again, very close to a first down. There's almost a feeling of inevitability about this LSU team.
Well, yes, because their run game now, they actually ran for more yards in the third quarter than they did the whole first half.
Right.
So now they're starting to pound. A lot of those yards, though, have been after first contact. I mean, if you're going to knock them off, you got to hope for turnovers. They're not turning it over. Well, then at least you got to finish your tackles. You can't give them everything on the football field. And right now, Tennessee, I don't think they see... You know, they're lighted at the end of the tunnel. They're getting no big plays, and now they're not making tackles.
And it will be second down, less than a yard. Ford still in there. That'll be close. Jaquez Smith, number 55, made the stop. And it'll be third down. Well, these two teams, we've talked a little bit about the long history. Remember the game here in 06 when Early Doucette caught the pass from Jamarcus Russell. You remember last year's controversial ending when the Volunteers had 13 men on what seemed to be the last play. There was another one. Here's the quarterback sneak, and Jefferson got it. Remember back in 2005? That was Les Miles' first season. First of all, there was Katrina. Then there was Rita, those devastating hurricanes. The first LSU game was canceled. They went on the road, and they won at Arizona State. And then a game moved to Monday night. Was LSU against Tennessee, and LSU trailed 24-7, other way around. Tennessee was up 24-7 going into the fourth, and it wound up in overtime, and the Volunteers wound up winning at 50-27.
That was Les's first life. He's had 27 lives.
There's Jefferson, sliding try by Chase Clement. You would say Clement. I would say Clement. In Louisiana, number 88 is Clement. And I met his uncle last night, Ruffin Rodrigue, who was a guard for the Tigers in the Tommy Hudson years in the late 80s. And Gary was also a nephew, Clement was, of the late Eric Andelset, who played in Detroit.
Yes, offensive guard for the Detroit Lions. A little bit after me, but I remember him well.
Second down. Jefferson will cut left. And he's got a lot of room down the sidelines, out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's so tempting. You know, you have these two quarterbacks. They are doing different things in the offense. It's working out well. Jefferson is giving this offense a different look. That was blocked not very well right there again. Jefferson, patient, ran up the line of scrimmage, cut back, and another first down. So if you're going to win a national championship, and remember, Les has won using two quarterbacks before, if there's anybody can do it, I think it's Les Miles.
First down and 10. Jefferson. T-Bob Hebert snaps it. Russell Shepard goes left. He's out on the wing one-on-one. And he's inside the 20-yard line. Well, as you all know who follow college football, there's been some noise made by realignment now here. Mountain West and Conference USA are going to merge to form a 22-team football league. That's a nice size. And the Big East has invited 5 schools: Houston, SMU, Central Florida, Air Force, and Boise State. It sounds geographically incorrect. The Big East with Boise State and Air Force. But, you know.
Well, the 22-team league, that's 11 on both sides playing a championship game. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they get it.
Yeah,
that's not bad. I mean, you know, they got to try something, right?
Sure. Flag now on the far side. And, of course, we live in a world now in which the Big 12 no longer is the Big 12. We don't know how that's going to shake out.
Did you ever think you'd see the day, Vern, when Texas A&M wouldn't play Texas?
No. Having grown up in the state,
right,
and having followed that rivalry in my life since 1952, when my family moved to Austin. Been to the game many, many times. And
top block. Number 83 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
Another one of the emphasized rules this year, the chop block. Another one if you think it's...
And just to clarify, the Big East has not officially extended invitations to the 5 schools: Houston, SMU, Air Force, Boise, Central Florida. So stay tuned. And of course, with A&M and the SEC, now this is the Big 13 in the South.
So we're still rumors.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Well, that's a whole...
Reportedly is the key word in all of this. Jefferson in trouble, pulls up, being chased.
Wow, I'm surprised he got out of that one. I really am. I thought they had him a couple times.
Ben Martin finally got him.
Jefferson still getting back into the flow. Good coverage downfield, 4-man rush. I thought Ben Martin had him right there. And there. And there, I thought it was Majid had him, but he got away from all of them.
And it leads to a 3rd down and 2, 24-7, under 11 to play.
Yeah, you're getting to the point now as you watch these games. Every time you watch either Alabama or LSU play, you start thinking about how they match up against each other.
And that game is on November 5th in Tuscaloosa. Here's Spencer Ware. He's got a first down. Did you see the note? The pregame hijinks have already begun. There is a statue now of Nick Saban out in the plaza at the north end zone at Bryant-Denny Stadium, and he joins the other coaches who've won national titles. This week, somebody pinned a purple cape on Nick Saban.
Well,
I don't think it's still lit.
A lot of fun. That's part of what college, the charm of it. You know what I do think, though, is... Stop here for a second.
All righty. The toss. Spencer Ware goes left. What a stiff arm. Oh, my goodness. That looked like something out of the 50s.
I really would like to get a closer look at this. One of the things I've been arguing for a while is, why does the offense allow to stiff arm to the face mask? Let's see if this got to the face mask right here. See, I think that should be a penalty. If the defense can't do it, why can the offense do it? See, I think that you know, hand to the face mask should be called both ways. That's a big advantage for the offense right there.
You think it was directly to the face mask?
That was right to the edge of his face mask right there. If you're going to do a face mask, you're going to do it a straight arm, get it to his body.
First and goal, toss. That one goes nowhere. Spencer Ware, Malik Jackson stops him. Just an interesting note about Spencer Ware. Last year for the season, he had 24 carries. That's for the year. And this year, in the 4 games that LSU has played against ranked opponents, he's averaged 24 carries.
Yeah, he broke out in the bowl game. Yep. That's when he served notice. Remember, this drive started at the 1-yard line after that punch.
That's right.
What, 2 passes, 15 plays, just 2 passes so far.
Option, right side.
Got it.
Touchdown. Jordan Jefferson, a 99-yard drive.
What I was going to say about LSU is you watch the option right here and you think of everything how it fits now against Alabama. I think both LSU and Alabama can keep their focus because of each other. They know the other guy, they feel the other one's not going to lose, so there's not going to be any letdowns.
Right.
They know they have to win them all to get the chance to play each other for the championship.
Drew Alamon with the extra point. It is up and it is good. And hope has evaporated here among the Tennessee faithful. And many of them are heading out to begin the trek home. Jefferson with the TD. Les Miles going to secure another win. Here you go, big guy.
And? Wow. And? Rad!
You got the job.
And?
Stock options.
Thank you.
Michael, every day you make me proud. Here's to a future that's as bright as you are.
With over 165 years of experience, New York Life can help ensure your loved ones are always taken care of. It's the most selfless gift you can give.
In the Outback, we know how to light a fire. Come on into Outback and try our new wood fire grill. For a limited time, try our juicy sirloin with tender chicken or succulent shrimp or delicious mahi. All at a way down under price, just $12.99. It's always fresh in the Outback.
So what kind of car should I get? New or used?
Used. Now at Autotrader.com, compare new and used cars and even special offers. So when you find the right car, there won't be any doubt in your mind. Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
Sarah, every day spent with you has been a gift. So here's a gift for our new life together.
With over 165 years of experience, New York Life can help ensure your loved ones are always taken care of. It's the most selfless gift you can give.
Monday, Ted's date has the most shocking secret ever.
Are you sitting down?
No. A new How I Met Your Mother, CBS Monday.
Back in Knoxville, don't forget later in the game, the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts. And barring something incredibly unexpected, I think that 89-yard interception return might be a part of it. Morris Claiborne.
Well, that drive right there with your backup quarterback was a pretty impressive drive. And it just gives you thought of going into that Alabama game. And then they finish off, obviously, with a tough Arkansas team. You know, I know they got some other games, but I just got a feeling, we got to do next week's game. I better bump that up a bit.
Auburn is at LSU, and we will be there. Yeah. Tigers and against the Tigers.
It's going to be a huge upset if either one of them lose a game until they play each other. Huge.
And here's the return. Devin Young, foot race. LSU had an angle.
As Russell Shepard?
Yeah, it was Russell Shepard. I had to check to make sure there weren't duplicate
two
numbers.
Tens, yeah.
So Shepard, who's got great speed, had the angle, but it is a 60-yard return.
Couple dodges to the outside, and all of a sudden he had a lot of space. And again, LSU shows that they've got about 8 players that can run with anybody in this conference outside of Jeff Demps when he's healthy.
First down 10. Play action. Sims steps up.
He had Rivera,
and
the tight
it's going to
end.
be intercepted. No, no. Wow.
Michael Rivera is so upset. He's still yelling at the coaches on the sideline. No safety in the middle of the field at all. And he just, I don't know what to play. You know, the coach could be telling Matt to go to the outside, but Rivera's right here. No one in the middle of the field. He gets really upset, turns around, and the frustration of being a receiver who beats his guy and doesn't get the football. I've been there.
Harold Simon, the backup cornerback, was the fellow number 24 who dropped what seemed to be the third LSU interception of the ball game. Well, we've seen this play about 6 times now. This time the handoff is given to Lane. Let's go back to the studio for a John Hancock update.
All right, Vern, only 11 unbeatens now. Another Big Ten team goes down. This one, Illinois against Ohio State. They shunned the field goal. They needed 2 possessions, so you think get a field goal, then onside, then get a touchdown. Ron Zook said no. Derek Demke is 7 of 7 as field goal kicker, but they go down. Ohio State gets the W. Back to you.
All right, Tim, thank you. The clock winding down. We're at the 8-minute mark now, and LSU up 31-7. About to win their 7th consecutive game this year by double digits. That one is behind the intended receiver. And actually, it'll be 8 in a row if you go back to the last game last year. Derek Dooley.
Yeah, as we look at Derek, he knew that this was the stretch of football, a brutal stretch here. You know, Georgia, they lost when they lost their quarterback. That's a game he knew he had to win. He loses his guy. Then it's LSU at Alabama, South Carolina, and a couple weeks later they got Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be very difficult. You know, it would have been tough with Bray and Hunter. Without both of them, I just don't know if they got enough.
4th down, and the Vols will go for it. 4th down and 8. 2 wides to the right side. Here's Sims back. He's 6 of 19 so far. Oh, my goodness. There's Harold Simon, number 24.
It was a very odd route.
Yeah.
Nobody went past the first down marker, I don't think.
So the ball goes over on downs.
Rodgers is at the line, and Derek Rodgers goes right in front of him. I don't know. It had to be a busted pattern there. That just didn't look right.
They're short on cash, but long on attitude.
Something very magical about to happen.
Please let it be the rapture. I need a day off.
2 Broke Girls, new episode CBS Monday.
Nothing says love like beef.
Try our tasty chicken minis for breakfast.
Like so many great pioneers before me, guided only by a dream, I'm embarking on a journey of epic proportion. I will travel from sea to shining sea, through amber waves of grey, and I won't stop until I've helped every driver in America save hundreds on car insurance. Well, I'm at the parking lot. That's a good start.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And now it's time for our Geico game recap.
I will take you through the scoring plays in this one. Ruben Randall, 5-yard toss from Jarrett Lee. That was the first touchdown of the game. LSU then Spencer Ware on a 3rd down 11. Ware took the screen pass, a little hot receiver pass, and he was in. Tennessee's cut it in half, 14-7 on Torrin Poole's 2-yard touchdown. And from that point on, here's Alamon with a field goal after they decided not to go for 4th and inches. And it's been all LSU since then. Ware with a 1-yard rushing TD, then Jordan Jefferson on the option. He goes right, keeps, and goes in for the score. 31-7. Yeah. And then you got a biology exam on Monday morning.
Yes.
Tyrann Mathieu. First and 10. Jarrett Lee's back in. Russell Shepard in motion. And the toss goes to Spencer Ware. That's his 19th carry of the ball game. Jordan Jefferson, he's carried it 13 times. How about that? I don't want to say that's what he does.
He's
best,
the leading.
but, yeah.
No, he's the leading rusher in the game.
Here's a strange note about this one. The longest run by either team, Tennessee or LSU, is by the punters.
For both teams.
For both teams.
Oh, well blocked.
And look.
He's a violent runner.
Gosh.
He's a violent runner. That's the word the coaches say about Ware. He delivers the blow at the end of the run, much like Trent Richardson. He's really LSU's answer to Richardson. He's not in Richardson's class, but he's good enough.
Yeah.
Watch this. It's like watching a dunk in basketball, isn't it?
Great reaction shot.
Yeah.
Michael Brockers. And it's first down. Ware now 20 carries for 73 yards. First down 10. We're going to block some more as Ware plows his way. There's a flag down here. And it's back at the 50-yard line. Josh Williford is a little slow getting up. One of the offensive linemen. Here's Matt Moore. There's Williford.
Holding. Number 74 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Let's go to Tim in New York.
All right, Vern, and then there were 10. We began the day with 13 unbeatens. Here's Clifton Richardson going 22 yards to clinch it for Virginia. So Georgia Tech goes down. Well, how many multiple unbeatens will we have at season's end? My guys think 5 or 6. We're down to 10 as of now. Vern, back to you.
Okay. Now you've had time to think about that. We're doing a ball game here, so.
Seems high. That seems high to me.
We'll weigh in.
Pressure hasn't even started yet.
On first and 18 after the holding call. That's Alfred Blue, number 4. Well, BCS standings are going to be announced tomorrow. First ones of the year.
All right, this is the way I do it. Nobody likes it, but this is the way I do it. Okay. I project if I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's the best team, but I do know this. No one's passing these top 4 teams. The number 1 seed in this tournament is the winner of the LSU-Alabama game if they win the SEC championship undefeated. No one's going to pass Oklahoma. They're sitting in second spot, and they're going to stay there. Stanford and Wisconsin are the next 2 up. However, I do have to say, these guys right here, Oklahoma State, are starting to make noise, okay? If they continue to put points on the board, they blew out Texas today, I believe, last time I looked at the score, and they get Oklahoma at the end, they could make a run at it. Watch Oklahoma State.
They do have an experienced quarterback, don't they?
A 28-year-old.
Brandon Whedon. Well, Les Miles looking up at the scoreboard. Last time his team was here, it took a touchdown pass from Jamarcus Russell to Doucette with 9 seconds to go. Here's Alfred Blue going to the left side as the clock winds down.
You know, Vern, when we started 2012, I was thinking about this. There was a lot of question marks about quarterbacks in this league and problems since then with injuries and stuff like Garcia. Okay, we didn't know about A.J. McCarron. Since then, we lost Brantley, and now Bray gets hurt. Next year, I got to tell you, the SEC is going to be loaded at quarterback. Tyler Bray's coming back. Aaron Murray's coming back. Tyler Wilson's coming back. Connor Shaw. Zach Mettenberger will be the quarterback with this great team right here.
Right.
A.J. McCarron at Alabama. It'll be a quarterback-heavy league next season.
On second down, the handoff comes near side. Michael Ford. He's got some room, and he's got a first down out of bounds to stop the clock. 4:26 to go. Spencer Ware, what kind of day has he had, Gary?
Well, they call him a violent runner, and he doesn't give up on plays. If it's designed to go between the tackles, he does it. You can see on that one, the coaching staff, when they talk about Ware, they say he's heady. He was a high school quarterback, and he threw for a lot of yards. It's not just a running quarterback, a very heady football player, but he's turned himself into a physical football player, too.
Listed at 5'11", 223.
Well, that's fantastic size for running back. Height is unimportant at running back.
D'Angelo Peterson goes in motion to the left. Jarrett Lee hands it off to Michael Ford on first down at the 10. And the clock is under 4 minutes to go. Yeah, the largest margin of victory ever, 25 points. A number of, we mentioned earlier, double-digit wins now over every team they faced this year. And we're going to be in Baton Rouge next year to see them next week to see them take on Auburn. Tennessee goes on the road to take Alabama.
Remember Gus Malzahn last year put over 400 yards rushing on this defense?
Yes.
I'm going under on that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we invite you to stay tuned for the Jeep postgame show on CBS with Tim Spencer and Aaron Taylor, who's in the studio with them. Scores and highlights. You see the people streaming out. The guys and gals dressed in purple and gold are still here.
Yeah, everywhere I do the radio, and I get asked all the time, and I'll get asked on the fifth quarter again tonight, where are the weaknesses on this LSU team? Where are the chinks? Where are the Achilles heels? So far, it's hard to spot one. Very solid football team.
Spencer Ware inside the 15 to the 14, 2:22 remaining in this one.
Matt Sims was given a little, you never want to have a guy in front of you get injured, and that's how you get your chance. Matt Sims gets the good news and the bad news. You're going to be the starter. Good news, the bad news, you get LSU and Alabama.
Yeah, and remember Florida had, for the first time in the school's history, faced two top three teams back-to-back. Well, now Tennessee is doing the same thing. They go down to Tuscaloosa next. And interesting, Gary, I think, that both Alabama and LSU have an open week before their game.
And that's no accident. If one guy gets it, the schedule maker's got to give it to the other side.
Shepard out here on the wing, shakes a tackle. He'll get in for the score. Another touchdown, another throw by Jarrett Lee, and Russell Shepard adds to the pain felt by the Tennessee Volunteers.
Very simple throw again to the outside. Make one guy miss, and you walk it in. Lee, 11 for 15. 15, 20 yards.
Remember, he started 1 of 4?
Absolutely. And since then, what?
He's missed 1. And again, a no interception game.
My goodness.
So this LSU team for the season now, this is the 7th game. They have turned it over 3 times for the year. 1 interception, 2 lost fumbles. This time it's Russell Shepard adding to the lead.
Toyota presents the Prius family. There's the original one, the bigger one, the smaller one, and the one that plugs in. They're all a little different, just like us.
Wow, what's that? Oh, it's the new AT&T smartphone. Nice. I wish I could afford one. Yeah, I got a good deal. Look at that screen. Fast too, right? Oh, yeah. Last week, FITD. It streams movies. Real web browsing. Turn left now. Look at this camera. Hold on. Let's get a photo. I'm listening to downloaded music. Oh, I can afford that.
See ya. The AT&T Impulse 4G. For $29.99, there's no excuse not to get your own. AT&T.
Team is not something you do alone. Team is plural. Team is arms, legs, blood, sweat, and soul. A lot goes into team. But what we take away stays with us forever.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Russell Athletic, Toyota, Bud Light, and by Buffalo Wild Wings. Sun setting to the west of Knoxville. We're back in Neyland Stadium, 38-7 now. LSU near perfect in its execution on both sides of the ball and with special teams in this one. Here's the kick. And Devin Young is 2 yards in. He'll take a knee, and it will come out to the 20-yard line with 95 seconds remaining in regulation. Brad Wing. You see, you taunt your opponent. You spread your wings, and there you go.
I'm telling you, he's going to hear about that.
Dear NFL football, do you know what love is? Love is turning your pickup truck into a pirate ship. Love is cold Bud Light on a crisp afternoon. It's turning a parking space into a party space. Love is loving that every Sunday is our Sunday. Bud Light, proud to be the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go. Because love is a beautiful thing.
We'll be here if you get off early.
Is he working the late shift again?
Yep.
Hey, you made it. Power outage. That's the third one this week.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings Beer Sports.
Oh, it's my boss.
It's Macy's Men's Wardrobe Sale. Great suits from your favorite designers. Buy one, get one free. Dress shirts and ties from the best brands. Buy one, get one free. Plus, use your savings pass and save an extra 20%. Macy's Men's Wardrobe Sale.
All these give safe drivers a discount, but only Allstate gives safe drivers more. A bonus check. Every 6 months, they drive accident-free. So what's it going to be? Eeny, meeny, miny, or more? Shop less, get more. Make one call to an Allstate agent.
TV's #1 show is celebrating. Booyah! With a bikini party.
Do I look delicious? Because I feel delicious.
New 2.5 Men Monday.
38-7, now time for the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts. With the call, Jim Hawthorne of the LSU Radio Network.
Waiting on the snap. Play action fake, drops to throw. Goes for the home run ball way downfield, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Claiborne at the 10. He's back to the 15, 20, 25, 30. He's at the 35, 40. Still on his feet midfield. He may take it to the house. He's got one man to beat. Goes to the far sideline. Still on his feet. He's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line.
Well, Jim Hawthorne is in his 30th year as the radio play-by-play man at LSU. Told me before the game he thinks this is the best LSU team he's ever seen. And there's a sense of history for you.
Well, and John Chavis, the defensive coordinator, and his connections with Tennessee, says this defense is as good as the one I had in '98 with the national championship Tennessee football team.
Nice gain on first down, 1:16 to go. And it would appear that they're going to let the clock expire and let the game end. Tyrann Mathieu, number 7, Derek Dooley, in his second season as the head coach. was on the staff, of course, with Nick Saban for 2000-2004 at LSU. Here's Lane going right, and that might be enough for the first time. Well, how about the players of the game? Jared Lee, 10 of 14, a very efficient game, 2 touchdowns. And then Jordan Jefferson, 13 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
It's working. They have a very good football team. Usually these situations blow up, but, you know, in this case, LSU is so good. There's only a couple teams that have a chance to beat them in my mind, and I think this is going to work out for them this year. It's potentially tough, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
On third down, that is a first down, and Lane goes around the corner, bumped out of bounds to stop the clock with 9 seconds to go. And so we have run down to the final play of the game. Jordan Jefferson, reinstated 3 weeks ago after the 4-game suspension. They dealt with a lot, this LSU team did in the summer. Derek Dooley, of course, has dealt with a lot in his second year, most notably.
Yeah, I think he needs 2 more classes.
Yeah. The absence of his quarterback and his best wide receiver.
Well, and 2 more recruiting classes,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I just think they're not there yet.
This one's in the book with a final score of 38-7. We're walking, gentlemen. We will return to Neyland Stadium in Knoxville right after these messages. The final 38-7 LSU.